the cleanest drivers I've ever seen.
Right. He's so clean, and he just stays away from all of the drama, and it just, it works out for him. So much so that he won at our last race.
Absolutely. Watkins Glen, he put on an absolute masterclass in front of all our drivers, keeping his car out of the wall, keeping it clean, and eventually coming home with the victory with a very sizable margin of second place, if I remember correctly. So
I think you are correct. And now those top competitors, I am the same as you. I don't have like I think this person is going to win. I'm not put my foot in my mouth last race. So we're not going to do that again. But I have a top 4.
okay, let's hear it.
I think it's going to be Brian Zabelski, top 4. I'm going to go with Benjamin Bechtel, Dayton Harrison, who's really coming into his racing.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Christian Martinez.
Yeah.
I think those are our top 4 competitors.
Christian is also someone that I've been watching now for a while. He has so much speed. He's definitely one of the top guys in this split. But he has just been getting into some driver altercations, some incidents on track, some things out of his control that has hindered him from higher positions in these races, but he's definitely going to be someone to look out for today. And like you said, Dayton Harrison, he finished 3rd last week, which is really good. He's just been getting better and better and better every week, and that's something we love to see. If on your team, if your driver's continuing to improve every single week, he'll definitely be one to watch.
Right. And definitely remember, this is a team event, right? These are team endurance races. So not only do we want the individual drivers to do well, but Dayton Harrison and Benjamin Bechtel are on the same team for Full Throttle, which if you look on your screen right now, you can see that Full Throttle Racing is holding that top spot with a pretty sizable margin in first place for that $2,000 cash prize.
Absolutely, yeah. So there is a lot on the line for these drivers. There's prizes, like you mentioned, for the teams based on just points. And you can take a look in the current season team standings speak for themselves. Full Throttle's over 1,300 points ahead of Mile High Motor Club, currently sitting in 2nd. And I don't see that gap getting smaller anytime soon because Full Throttle's been coming to every race with all 3 of their drivers, which cannot be said for a lot of these other teams.
No, take for example tonight. We have 2 teams only running 2 drivers, which individually it's not bad. Your team principals are definitely driving, but for the team scores, they're losing out on those extra points. So chat, we'd like to put it out to you. If you have a sim at home, if you want to use a sim here in the clubhouse, let us know. We need reserve drivers.
And like you mentioned earlier in this broadcast, if you don't do any sim racing and you still want to support your favorite drivers and your favorite teams, trivia is also a great way to interact with the stream and also score your team some bonus points, which will be happening later this stream.
Definitely. We do have a stream live right now. If you are in Twitch or on YouTube, it is up in the chat. It's crowd.live-CICQN, but just scroll up in the chat and it's there. You can click it. Our first trivia is actually live until 9 o'clock tonight. So if you don't want to do it right away and maybe hang out and listen to the stream, I might drop a little, oh, I think that answers Britney Spears. You never know.
And maybe that was a little teaser right there for trivia to come. Who knows? You'll only know if you stay and watch the stream.
Definitely. And it's Britney Spears.
Would you look at that? Question number 1 of trivia that is just starting.
So there you go. If you're with us early and you're here, you're ready to start trivia, I'll give you the first one for free.
So I was going to go ahead and pivot here really quick after looking at the current team standings. We also have the current driver standings currently up on your screen. Brian Zabelski, after his win last week, has secured even more of his spot at the top of the grid for all of our drivers throughout this series, and he's looking to defend that tonight with some really, really good racing. But in 2nd place, we got Benjamin Bechtel for Full Throttle Racing, who's looking to get that first spot back.
Definitely. And like I said, you can see on the left side, the driver standings, Full Throttle Racing, their top 2 drivers, again, the people I think are going to be in the top 4 are going to score those most points. Followed by EJ Luna with Mile High Motor Club. He is the principal of that team. Christian Martinez. Xavier Williams is the principal for Moto House. Dominic Wilder, who we missed last week. He was out, I think, doing real life racing last week. But
priorities. He
is back here in the clubhouse downstairs, so make sure you stay with us. We might be able to pivot and get you some footage of Dominic racing tonight. Again, Nick Amato is not going to be driving with us tonight. He is out of town. But we have Shay, Zane, Jake, Dan, Ruben, all driving with us tonight. It's going to be an exciting race.
Absolutely. I don't know how much practice a lot of these drivers have done on this track, but there are some key highlights that I want to talk about when it comes to this track. So, this is your first time ever seeing a race at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Welcome to the club. This is also going to be my first race watching
Mine
anyone
too.
here. So, it should be really good. But in our little research that we've done on this track, it is very hilly and the turns are very fast. We're going to be racing in these GTP hypercars, which are really fast and have really high downforce. So with all of these turns, I'm sure you can see it in the background of all our drivers currently practicing right now, all of these turns are super fast. And with all the hills and stuff, it'll be really easy for these drivers just to lose the car from underneath them and maybe spin out. So I'm expecting we're going to be in for an incident-full race because of this track, but there's only one way to find out. That's to watch the racing. So
there, I don't believe from the chatter that I've heard from some of the teams, some of them have said there's only like one really good corner to get a good pass on. So I feel like it's going to be hopefully pretty exciting when people are trying to maneuver, change their strategy to get around and get passing on these cars.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the times so far tonight. So this practice has now been going on for an hour and 12 minutes. But on the top of the leaderboard, we have Shea Devereaux, which I think this might be the first time he's topped a leaderboard in any of the events we've had. So it looks like he's bringing the pace today, but only 5 thousandths behind. We have Christian Martinez, who we know is going to be putting down lap after lap after lap for all of these drivers to beat. Currently sitting in second, with Brian Sabelski, our last race winner, sitting in third. Those times are really, really close. A 107.1 for our top two drivers, followed by 107.2, 107.3. These drivers are not giving anything. They're leaving it all out on the track.
And remember, this is just practice. Wait till we get to qualifying with a different qualifying setup, and then, the actual race. These are really, really fast times. And I'm going to say they're really close to the lap record at this track.
Drivers are pushing hard, and I mean, we are on board with Andrew Cody. He is new for our race tonight, has not raced in any of our other races, and he's going to be racing today, and he's currently P5 on the standings, so he'll probably be pretty fast. But I think we're going to go and hop in on board with some of our team principals, try and get a load of their team strategies going forward.
See how they're feeling.
And see how they're feeling for this racetrack, because I'm really curious to see how they're feeling.
Most definitely. While he's doing that, I'm going to let you know the answer to number 2 is Mars.
There you go. Trivia, if anyone watching chat, let us know if you guys are here so we can talk with you guys and see who you guys are cheering for tonight.
Definitely.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and bring all of the team principals into a round table, ask some questions, how they're feeling about their teams. And if you have any messages you want to share for your driver right now, now's would be a good time to do it. But let's go ahead and hop in with the round table, shall we? Hey, team principals, this is the broadcast booth. You guys got us?
Yep.
All right. Well, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, I want to hear how all of you guys are feeling going into this race tonight.
Pretty good. Track. I feel comfortable around the track, so yeah.
Is Zane in here? I think you might have grabbed the wrong guy.
Oh, I might have. My bad.
It's no problem.
All right, now we've got all the team principals in here, and we've heard from Brian. Looking forward to this race, but how are you guys feeling for the endurance race we have ahead of us?
I'm feeling pretty good. I've put in a lot of practice at all temperatures, long races, long stints versus AI, practiced overtaking with my teammates, so I'm feeling pretty confident.
Anybody else have any strategies or any, anything they'd like to share about this track or about the weeks leading up?
This is going to be an interesting track because it's so difficult to pass. Even if you're significantly faster, it's going to take a lot of patience to overtake, even if you're significantly faster, which I think is going to be Interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about this track too. Is it's very very difficult to get around people here, just because it's so narrow in a lot of places. You have to really be patient and not, there's opportunities where you might be able to like try and shove it in on the inside on somebody, and a lot of times that just is going to be pain.
The gravel is probably going to be an issue just based off watching this practice, especially around Moss's corner. There's going to be a lot of it after the first lap.
The grass will be freshly mowed after this race.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on all of the off tracks and debris that happen in tonight's race. But Brian, you're looking to defend your win from last week. Is there anything you want to say to your fans, maybe watching back at home?
If you're here, thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
All right, and then to everyone else, all the team principals, do you guys think you have what it takes to put your team on the top step today?
It's going to be a battle, but we're going to try our best.
Yeah,
right.
it'll come down to strategy, but yeah, I think so.
All right. Well,
All right. We do have one person in chat. We have Rose wishing good luck to everyone and have a good race.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck, teams.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank
You
you.
guys are all
Yep.
good to go back into your chats, and we'll be swinging by periodically throughout the night to give you guys feedback from the chat, and we can go from there. So good luck racing tonight, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, then. Well, it didn't sound like a very talkative bunch
No,
today.
they were not talkative at all. But from what I did hear, I think there is going to be some of that strategy. We might have to keep an extra look on those incident points tonight, especially if they were talking about, going off track around or getting gravel onto the track. So I think we definitely need to keep an eye on. Do you want to remind us what incident points cause a drive-through penalty?
Absolutely.
And disqualifications, right?
Yeah, so in this 2.5 hour long race, it's a long time to keep your car on track. Off tracks will give you X's, whether or it's an incident touching a driver, touching a wall will also give you X's based on the severity of the collision. So with 12 X's, you're going to have to go through the drive-through penalty. You're going to have to go through the pits, not stop, and that's going to be really bad for track position early in this race. So drivers are going to have to keep it clean early if they don't want to serve those penalties and keep their track position. So that's with 12 incident points, 1 drive-through. 60 incident points, that's 5 drive-through penalties. The driver will be disqualified from the race and score 0 points for their team, which we haven't had a lot of, luckily. This season. But that is definitely something to keep an eye on. Hearing the team principals talk about how much practice they've been doing and just like their overall energy.
How
it
narrow
sounded like
the track is. I
yes.
couldn't get a read off of them. Like,
It's,
are they excited? Are they nervous?
yeah,
I can't tell.
I think that gives me a little bit more excitement for like the turn 1, turn 2 of this race when it gets
Definitely.
started, to see how aggressive these drivers are, whether they're going to stay back and just have their own race, or whether they want to push hard super early and maybe cause some incidents. So should be a good one. Good time.
It will be a good time for sure. Chat, let us know if you're here. Thank you, Rose, for your good luck for all of our drivers. We do wish all of our drivers good luck. Looks like she's also a fan of Benjamin, so we'll make sure to send that message once we jump back into Full Throttle's team chat during the race.
Love to see Full Throttle fans coming out to support the team. I mean, they are the winningest team right now, on top of the points leaderboard. So pretty awesome team to cheer for there.
Yeah.
So I'm excited just to see how our drivers do against each other on this narrow track, because like we've said, we've never really watched a race here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So it'll be interesting to see where overtakes happen and where the choke points of this racetrack are for drivers that are faster and want to get around their opponents.
Right, definitely. We were live watching Andrew Cody, who, like John said earlier, is our newest reserve driver. This is his first race with DRS tonight. He is going to be driving, you'll see his livery, I think, at least on the screen you can see he is with OK Motorsports, and that's Brian Zabelski, who I
Yes.
believe last race was driving on his own.
Yep.
So we need reserve drivers if anybody would like I said before, we have an open sim downstairs tonight. So if anybody's interested, reach out to Andrew. Oh, I almost forgot. Yesterday was Andrew's birthday.
Oh.
So we'd like to say happy birthday to Andrew. Give a shout out to him. Let us know in the chat if you're
Thank
here
you.
and like to wish Andrew a happy birthday.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Andrew.
Thank you. I'm 22 this year.
Don't look a year over 21.
No, I'm old. Old. Yes, but thank you, Marissa.
It definitely looks like we're photo bombing in the stream right now. That might be the answer to question 3.
Nope. And thank you to our commentary team, Marissa and John, for helping out, providing some great commentary for these races. These are kind of long races, so it is kind of a long haul for them. But you guys do great. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And yeah, with that, I'm going to exit the scene. Bye.
All right, I'm sure we'll hear from race control later throughout the race.
We
But
definitely
I
will.
wanted to go back to Andy Cody. We were just watching him do some laps. Like
Definitely.
we said, first time racing in this series. He's going up against a bunch of guys he's never raced before, but his practice is showing he has the pace. Look at that, a 107.5 for his practice time. It's only 0.4 off the fastest guys in this league. So maybe he'll be one of the top dogs to contend with all these guys. And if so, that'd be awesome. We'd love seeing new faces here racing at the front.
Definitely. He might be, and this reminds me a few weeks back when we had Christian Martinez joining the series. They weren't at the first race, and they were like a sleeper team. We were not expecting them to do as well as they did. And now Christian is like in the top of the pack every race. So who knows?
Yeah.
Andrew might be one of those, top of the pack. He might be the 5th in my top 5 tonight. I don't know.
And his teammate is Brian Sabelski, so I could just hear in his headset, like, keep it clean, don't make any incidents early in the race, run your own race. You don't need to fight these guys early and ruin your race. Just keep it calm, keep it smooth. And if he does that, I would be honestly hoping he'd be fighting for a podium today.
Right. Definitely. That'd be pretty exciting, and getting people a run for their money, and nobody's betting on him because nobody knows who he is yet.
Exactly.
So we would like to give a shout out to Andy. Thank you for joining us and becoming a reserve driver for OK Motorsports. We're excited to have you, and good luck.
Absolutely. Qualifying is going to get started here in around 2 minutes or so, and drivers are going to have 10 minutes after that to put a time down and see where they start on this grid. Should be close. I'm excited to see this.
I am very excited. So I'm going to drop the link for trivia back in the chat again for anybody who's just joining us. This trivia is live. If you've been listening, I've given you the first 3 answers. So let me get that set up for you.
Yeah, trivia is just a way for us and the commentary booth and everyone at a part of this Denver Racing Social broadcast series to just interact with you guys, the chat. And the trivia has been going pretty well so far, I think, but we love hearing you guys talk about it as well in the chat. So if that's something you're here for, let us know, because it's also a fun twist to add to these long endurance races, because sometimes not a lot is happening, and I guess it's nice to exercise the brain.
Definitely, and we can let you know that, I got a new phone. It's a Samsung. I got a new phone, so who knows if that could be
an answer to a question, maybe.
Who knows? This trivia is open until 9 o'clock tonight. We will announce the winner at the end of the stream. So come back, because this one, you get to win that free sim session here at DRS Centennial for you and 3 of your friends. Come down and have a good time. It's a lot of fun. I've been on the sim before. You've been on the sim before. We spend time here. Obviously, we're here today. We have a lot of fun, and we want to share that with you.
Yes, it is. It truly is a lot of fun. And I think something that the average person doesn't know is they just don't know how fun it is until they actually do it. So we know there's a lot of race fans out there, a lot of people who follow Formula One and want to get into that kind of sim racing. Denver Racing Social is a great place to do that, whether that's coming to watch a F1 watch party or to just try out the 360 sim for yourself. I've tried it. It's like driving a roller coaster. It's an awesome feeling. and you can win that feeling today just by doing trivia, which I think is really cool.
Right. It's a lot of fun. And so get your trivia in. This is the first trivia. We have 3 more trivias going on throughout the stream tonight. So more than one chance to win.
Yeah. We've got now switching over to the racing. We've got our practice results on the screen. Shea Devereaux is going to top the charts today for our practice, which I think is the first time he's done that in any practice session so far this season. So it looks like he's been bringing the speed. Maybe he's been practicing a lot for this as well. It's hard to say, but we've also got a new Full Throttle fan in the chat, Hot Wheels. Thank you for coming out to support your favorite team. And yeah, Full Throttle, they were looking for a lot in Watkins Glen and were not able to find much.
No.
So I'm sure they're looking for redemption today.
They definitely are. And like I said, we never put it past Full Throttle fans to show up, support your drivers. We appreciate you. Thanks for being here. And let us know, do you guys have a prediction on who do you think is going to win tonight? That Shea Devereaux at the top of practice is so surprising to me.
Yes. But I mean, he had a great run in Watkins Glen, but then unfortunately got caught up in a wreck later, like around the midpoint of this race, and he wasn't able to get the results I'm sure he was deserving of. So maybe this race will be a little bit better for him, and he can start that off right by qualifying at the top of the grid, which he has proved to us he can do.
Right, definitely. And look, we have another Full Throttle fan. Thank you guys for showing up. We appreciate you being here. Let's give a shout out to all of our teams tonight. We have Full Throttle Racing, we have Molbar Motorsports, Mile High Motor Club, Moto Haas GP, OK Motorsports. I think that's all of them.
Yep, and I believe that's all of it.
That's all 5, 13 drivers. We have OK Motorsports, who's going to need your help in trivia, earning those extra points because they only have 2 drivers.
Same with Mile High Motor Club, only 2 drivers there as well.
Club. And we got to see a crash.
We got a little bit of contact. I mean, like we've been watching these guys practice now for over an hour and a half, and we have seen some crazy collisions, whether that's just missing a braking zone or flying through the grass into another car. But the wrecks that we've seen just from sitting here have been like hard, really big wrecks. So that's something I'm sure that they will clean up for when it comes to the actual race. But it could be a sign for what's to come later.
Right, and definitely when these drivers are, pushing the throttle, they are trying to push and get fast lap times. They're trying, to get position on track. These things happen. Sometimes your tires lock up, you lose the back end, and you spin. And like our principal said earlier, is that this track is narrow, right? So if you're wheel to wheel with somebody and your tires go out and you spin, you could ruin the race for both of you. So
yeah, absolutely. We're in for some really hard racing, but right now qualifying is underway. So we'll try and get those times up for you. See how we're doing 3 minutes into qualifying. And EJ Luna for Mile High Motorsports is going to be topping the charts with a 1:09, which is a couple seconds off the pace of practice. So laps are just going to keep getting faster and faster.
Most definitely. Now, those of you that are in chat and are on stream, thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us on, I think I've seen mostly Twitch chat. So thank you for being here. Also pointing out that we are on YouTube. So stream us wherever you'd like. It's all right to get on Snapchat, tell your friends, hey, guess what I'm watching tonight?
Absolutely.
And then, come and join us.
Yeah, share the stream with your friends, your family, your relatives, your pets, anyone who is willing to watch this race. We'd love to have you guys interact with us because you guys make this fun for us, especially to commentate and talk about everyone who has a dog in the fight. But
definitely.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good day for Full Throttle Motorsports fans right now. Benjamin Bechtel currently sitting P1.
And like you said, those times are just going to get faster and faster. He's already shaved off a second.
Got a chatter saying they should be a reserve driver next time. 100%. You should be in there right now. I'm just kidding. No, there's always room for reserve drivers, and these teams are looking for them as well. So definitely reach out to some drivers, some teams, or us at Denver Racing Social if you want to be a part of this, because it's a pretty cool production.
Yep, and we will hook you up with the teams that need drivers, or if if you've got 2 other friends and want to make your own team, we're not opposed to that either. That just increases our prize pot. Right now, sitting at $2,000 cash at the end, which, like we said at the beginning of the stream, currently Full Throttle Racing is sitting at that. I think they want it. They practice really hard, so
they practice really hard, and they've got one heck of a points lead over these other teams. So they're looking to take the money home, but they've got to have good performances today if they actually want.
We're also looking for
Definitely.
prize sponsors for that $2,000. So, yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor the series, please do. You'd be helping DRS out. So, yep. That's all I got.
Shout out our sponsors. Absolutely.
Yes, our current sponsors, Simply Subarus and Oasis Car Detailing. So thank you guys for helping this series out. But let's see here.
Mario fed the cat in record time.
Great
and
to hear.
Hopefully he's on his way back
He's
to jump
booking
in
it
the
back
sim.
to the clubhouse.
But thank you for joining us, Mario. It was good to see you here in the clubhouse, and we will definitely reach out. It's more likely that we do need more reserve drivers for the remaining. What do we have? 5 races left after this race. We are over halfway done.
These races just keep coming and coming. So yeah, eventually there's going to be a last race where all of the points are on the line, and there's only one way to set yourself up for that. And that is to have good races week after week after week.
Definitely.
All right, so right now, currently around 3 minutes left in qualifying. We've got Benjamin Bechtel currently topping the charts 0.8 of a second faster than Brian Sabelski here. And then we've got Andy Cody currently sitting in 3rd for qualifying right now. And I think with that, he's definitely going to be one of the top dogs in the fight today.
We are definitely have to keep an eye on him. Do we have any Andy Cody fans in the chat? Does anybody know who he is, where he came from? I just found out about him, I think, today. So, like I said, welcome to Andy. If there's any of his fans in the chat, let us know. We're going to be rooting for him. Definitely keeping an eye on our newest driver because we don't know what his drive style is. What is he like? We're going to find out tonight.
He's looking to have a stellar debut by the looks of it here. But it looks like Christian Martinez has also put himself in the top fight, currently qualified 2nd behind Benjamin Bechtel. It looks like EJ Luna is also going to hop in front of Cody here with a 107.9. So all top 4 of these drivers within a second of each other, and it's going to keep getting closer as this qualifying comes to an end.
It definitely is, and very much not surprised at our top 3. They were all members of my top 4, so
yeah,
we'll see how that shakes out. But thank you, our fans. For Chris is all back in our chat, so welcome to the stream, and we're gonna see the time gaps are very close together. It's gonna be an exciting first few laps, so make sure you don't go anywhere. We're gonna get our race started here very shortly, and we'll see we have about a minute and a half left, which is enough for one more lap around this track.
Yeah, these laps are quick. 107 is the fastest time so far. Brian Sabelski jumps up to 2nd to put himself on the front row right now. But what I'm looking at is some drivers lower on this grid that have been performing super well in all these races and don't seem to be performing with the pace they need against their competitors. One of those guys is Xavier Williams. As I say that, jumped up to 5th. Someone who we're looking at. Also, Dayton Harrison, 6th. We expect some really good pace from him because his teammate is currently sitting on pole. You would think those cars are fast with all of those team orders and stuff. So maybe just not the best outlaps. Maybe he's been messing up in qualifying, but he's definitely going to be fast to watch today. But honestly, I was expecting to see him higher on the grid.
I definitely was as well. But sometimes that could be strategy. It could be team strategy, right? There's a lot of times chaos in the very front of the beginning of the race. Dayton is really good about avoiding that chaos and then working his way back up. Brian Sabelski does the same thing, kind of avoids that chaos, and then he drives a very clean race that we've all seen. I think he's one of our drivers who has the absolute least amount of incident points ever. So it could be part of their strategy. And sometimes you just don't have a good qualifying. Also happens.
Absolutely. Well, we're rounding out qualifying.
Yeah, these are qualifying laps. All the cars are on track at the same time, so there could have been unintentional blocking
Look at that. We got Shea Devereaux jumping from the bottom of the grid to the top of the grid. And we only have one more driver on a hot lap, and that is Christian Martinez about to come across the start line. Is he going to better his time to go for pole? It doesn't look like it. He's going to be qualifying third, which is still a great effort for this team, for Christian as well. And I'm excited to see how aggressive he is at the start of this race as well.
I am very excited. Chat, let us know who you're rooting for. We know we have Full Throttle fans. We know we have a fan for Chris. Who else is out there? Who's your favorite team? We're ready to get this race started.
All right, now it's the exciting part of this, most exciting part of this entire night is lap 1 of this endurance race, where all the cars are going to be bunched up. It is going to be a rolling start as opposed to a standing start, so a little less chaotic than it could be, but still all of these drivers are going to be grasping for whatever they can at the start of this race.
They definitely are.
All right, I think we're good. Welcome to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, round 7 of the DRS Broadcast Challenge Series. And folks, we've got storylines coming in hot.
Absolutely. The points may be close, but the rivalries are closer, and none hotter than the fallout from Laguna Seca. Christian Martinez and Benjamin Bechtel came to blows, and things have only escalated since.
Yeah, Christian answered back in Detroit with a savage performance, and he lapped the entire field. You don't see that kind of dominance unless a driver's got something to prove. And let's not forget, he called Benjamin his biggest rival in the series.
Meanwhile, Benjamin hasn't said much, but he hasn't needed to. The man is relentless. Full Throttle Racing shows up with prep nobody else can match. And Bechtel's laser focused on reclaiming control.
But it's not just the black hats stirring the pot. Let's look at the white hats. Brian Sabelski, EJ Luna, 2 drivers who just get the job done week after week. Brian's got that Daytona win at the beginning of seasons, and EJ's comeback from last to first at Sebring, legendary.
And don't sleep on the intra-team dynamics. Dom Wilder stirred a few feathers with those team tactics, slowing down in tricky spots to help his Full Throttle teammates. Smart? Maybe. Controversial? Absolutely.
Another to watch today is Dayton Harrison. He's got the speed and he runs even with Luna, but can't stop making early race mistakes. If he can keep it clean through the first 5 laps, he could be a spoiler today.
And let's give a shout out to rookie Andy Cody, our newest reserve driver, racing for the first time tonight with DRS, and says he's all in for OK Motorsports.
Let's not forget all the people who make this possible. Today's race is sponsored by Oasis Detailing, Simply Subarus, and Wilder Racing. 3 sponsors backing the chaos, the comeback stories, and the championship charge.
It's a tale of 2 mentalities today, the respected and the feared, the white hats and the black hats.
And here, the margin for error is razor thin, so buckle up, lights out,
let's go racing.
Our drivers are now on their out lap here before the race starts, and as you can see, the qualifying, Benjamin Bechtel currently sitting P1, with Sabelski P2 and Christian P3, our top dogs from our top teams, up at the front of the grid to start this race off.
We'd like to hear from you, chat. Who are you rooting for? We know we have Dayton fans. We can see you. Who else? What other teams are you? Full Throttle fans, we know you're here. You never forget to show up for your team. But we want to know, who else are we cheering for today? We have Brian Zabelski in that P2 position. You know, he keeps that so clean of a race. Let's see how he does starting from P2.
A phenomenal qualifying effort for Shea Devereaux, currently starting 4th today on the grid. The cars are getting ready here, warming up their tires, and as you can see, 3 different teams up in the top 3. That is something we'd love to see. Some great qualifying efforts for these guys, but now it's race time. These drivers are locked in 2.5 hours of straight racing. I hope these guys have what it takes.
They do. We've seen them before. We know they have what it takes. We know by the end of these races, they are exhausted. Their body hurts, their minds are tired, and then we throw one last trivia on them, to help them get some extra points. But they are all in for their teams and to get things done during these races.
All of these hypercars now lining up behind the pace car, too wide to get this race started. You can see a little bit of movement for these cars trying to warm up those tires as fast as they can before barreling down into turn one, and it could be a chaotic one. But if I would want to be in any seat, I would want to be where Benjamin Bechtel is sitting right now, the whole field behind him and an open track in front of him to just run away with.
Definitely, definitely. Now, we did have a little bit of controversy at the last race where we thought that Christian might have jumped at the start of the race. So, Christian is not in P2. It's Brian Zabelski. So I don't anticipate something happening like that. But Brian Zabelski is going to put that pressure on Benjamin because it's a race, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the name of the game.
I'm excited to see how much pressure these guys put on each other. It looks like Benjamin's going to be taking off early here, and Christian's going to be taking advantage of that as well. Benjamin jumping on the field as lights are out, and away we go through turn one. Benjamin's going to get through clean, and all the cars go through single file as well. A clean start from all of our drivers, it looks like, as now all of these drivers are locking in and seeing what they can do, fight for position here. So you're on board with Benjamin here. We've got the whole field now single file. Looks like no one's making any passes early into these turns, and everyone's just trying to keep it clean, which is probably one of the cleanest starts we've seen to any of these races so far.
It definitely is, but it's what I like to see. You see there's a little bit of gap going up that hill. The incline on this track is, it's definitely something that they need to practice on for sure.
Oh, it looks like Andy Cody is going to be one of our first drivers to drop to the back of the grid, down 4 spots since the start. Had a really good qualifying lap, but ended up just getting out-qualified by a bunch of the other top guys. Started 8th, and now here he is in 12th. So not the best start for him, but there's a long race ahead of him to make up those spots.
There is. We have 2 hours and 24 minutes left of this stream, so we are just getting started. If you are an Andy Cody fan, if you are a Dominic Wilder fan, or a Dan Dominga fan, or an EJ Luna fan, let us know. We're here for a good race, and our racers are not going to disappoint tonight.
On board with Xavier Williams right now from Motorhouse GP. He's up 1 spot, got past EJ Luna on the start, just like his teammate Christian Martinez at the start. So a really good start for that team there, as these cars are bumper to bumper, not giving any space. Something's got to give here. We'll keep our eyes on this battle, see how it goes now. On board with Dayton Harrison, who's trying to get past Shea, currently sitting in 4th, and he is on his bumper. That is really close racing.
Shea definitely sees Dane in his mirrors. He sees that metallic gold purple car coming right up behind him. It's got to put the pressure on him. And with this narrow of a track, you have to have a calm, cool, collected mind to not break under that pressure.
Absolutely. A lot of these drivers, this is not their first rodeo for endurance racing at all. So they know the deal of not pushing too hard early in the race to ruin it, staying calm, staying collected at the start of this race to keep that track position early, which is just going to be so vital. Benjamin Bechtel putting down the pace almost a second faster than the entire field that lap. He's trying to get that gap over Christian Martinez early here, and Brian Sabelski following him. And then we've got Shea Devereaux currently leading the train from 4th to 7th, with EJ Luna there wrapping it up, as all of these drivers now under a second, as EJ looks like he's going to get past Xavier Williams for 6th.
We are back on board with Benjamin, our race leader at the moment, and it looks like he's driving a clean race, and
Wow.
that's what we like to see.
What a calm start to this race. I mean, Benjamin Bechtel jumped that start super early, allowed Christian to jump from 3rd to 2nd, and now we've got the 2 biggest rivals in this series currently running 1-2, and that's going to be a battle for us to watch, because we know that Christian is capable of closing that gap. It's just it's not a matter of when, but a matter of how.
Definitely. I think this race is going to come down to some of that, the strategy. We're going to have pit strategy, saving the tires. Track temp plays a part. The traffic plays a part. If somebody in the back of the grid goes off the track and brings gravel onto the track, and that plays a part. There's so many factors in this racing, and It could change at any moment.
Absolutely. One lockup and you're going from third to 10th. I mean, like all of these guys had such a good start to this race. There is no safe margin between anyone right now, other than maybe the cars currently sitting in the back. Zane May, not with the best start, currently sitting in 13th, with Andy Cody, unfortunately, currently sitting 12th.
Yep, and then we just watched Daniel just take that corner wide. That's what happens with these narrow tracks, right? Wide corners. One thing we really want to look out for is that we have safe rejoins when that happens. This is a really great group of guys who all respect each other as drivers, so I don't anticipate any, trying to mess up anybody's race. I think it's all in good fun, and there's good sportsmanship. And we do see Rose is a fan of Benjamin's. Stay focused. We have Roland, who is Dan's dad. So thank you for being here. Thanks to all the parents who show up to support all of your drivers. We appreciate you being here. So
Yeah, shout out all the parents. I mean, Taminga so far has had a pretty good start to this race. Started 9th and now is currently sitting 8th, so only improvements there for Moto House. So that's something we'd love to see from our drivers here around the back of the field as we now hop on board with EJ Luna from Mile High Motorsports, and he is in the Hornet's nest chasing down Dayton Harrison and getting chased by Xavier Williams. All right, we are on lap 5.
Oh, we had an incident. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
no,
but
you're
there
good.
was an incident. We'll see if we can go back and get a replay of something I saw on screen. Was it just an off track by Ruben?
Looks like Ruben currently sitting off track here. Yeah, he's just going to go into the corner and lose it. Porsche carrying a little bit too much speed, trying to over-rotate the car, and that's not that bad of a spin out, but as you can see, he just waits here. He sees the other drivers coming. He doesn't want to have an unsafe rejoin, and he gets on. That is very professional moves from Ruben there.
That definitely is. And like I said, that's what we were talking about. Taking those turns is a little bit too wide. And you can see there, then he just lost 2 positions or 3, depending on where he was at the beginning of that. So this is definitely, for my first time seeing this track, I think it's definitely one of the harder tracks in our series.
And it's only a matter of time now. I'm thinking the drivers, they're starting to set the pace. They've done a couple laps now. When is it going to be time to push? As you can see, our top 7 cars are all in a blanket underneath each other as Jacob Schiff shoots it up the inside of Dom there. And Dom is unfortunately going to take the short end of the stick there as he loses a ton of spots to Andy and Ruben as well as he drops down to 12th. For Full Throttle Racing. He cannot be happy with that.
He definitely cannot. We'll have to get a little bit of a replay, see what happened. We were on board with that, and that came really close.
Absolutely.
If there wasn't contact, I think there definitely had to have been contact.
Yeah, it looks like just went into the corner too hot, used Dominic as sort of a break there.
Oh.
And then Dominic trying to get back on the track and collide with that mobile car of Ruben Gutierrez. And now he's back out on the track trying to get that position back.
I anticipate we're going to be seeing quite a bit of this throughout the race.
Absolutely. But we also have a pass for the lead here. It looks like Christian and Benjamin are going to be fighting down this backstretch. Really close. Benjamin does not want to give up this move, but this is the race for the lead. Really into this race, Benjamin's going to look for the outside. Doesn't see it. Maybe a switchback. He's going to try and catch up to the back of Christian's car here through these S's right before the start-finish line. Last corner here. And it looks like Christian's going to have a really good run. And Christian's going to lead his first lap of this endurance race. And now he currently sits in the lead. And Benjamin's got Brian right behind him. So he's got to be in his mirrors as well. Not making sure he doesn't make any moves that are too aggressive at this stage of the race.
Definitely.
Yeah, look at just like on the mini map, the top 7 cars are all so close to each other.
Close.
Any of these guys could win this race in around 2 hours. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on the running order of all of these guys. But right now, Christian's in the lead, currently has a second gap over Benjamin. He's just looking to run away with it. Oh, and it looks like we have a car off there. It's going to be Brian Sabelski making a mistake around the corners. He's going to lose some track position. EJ Luna's going to get by him. And now he's going to be the last car in that 7-car pack And from third place, that is just an unfortunate spin.
That is very unfortunate. And like you said, those top 7 cars were all so close together. There would have been no way for him to have a safe rejoin had he tried to get in any of that pack. So
Yeah, and we'll try and get a replay here, but it didn't look like a lot of these drivers were really close to him. He might have just locked up or lost it under braking because he knew that once Benjamin lost that spot, that's a good time to attack here. But that's the same spot we've seen
Yep.
these cars spin a couple more times so far this race. Yeah, look at that. Just a brief spin, manages to save it. He probably didn't even get that many incident points for that at all. That was a
Probably
very
not.
minor spin. But this early in the race, that is crucial track position.
it definitely is. And you do see the top 2, 4 maybe trying to separate that pack just a little bit.
But they're not going to get too far out. I mean, maybe a second between all of these cars in the top 7, but it's close early in the running here. On board with Andrew Cody, starting his first race for the Denver Racing Social Broadcast Challenge Series. Currently chasing down Jacob Schiff, who we saw make that inside move on Dom earlier this race. We'll see if Andrew Cody is able to make the pass clean, but he's going to lock up and get loose on that corner again. Now, that part of the track is called Moss Corner, and it's one of the hardest corners that we've seen so far this race because of that elevation change. Your car goes up the hill, and then once it hits that crest, once it gets over the hill, the car is very light. So braking, it's super easy just to have that car come around from underneath you. And that's what we've seen a couple times from some of our veteran drivers. So these guys really push into the limit here. And you can tell just based on how many of these guys are spinning.
Definitely. Now that Moss Corner that you're talking about is where these drivers are at right now.
Yep,
Is going to be one of the, maybe, I don't want to say easiest, but maybe most opportune place for our drivers to pass. So I anticipate a lot of actioning happening around this. I want to say it's about turn 5 of the track.
Absolutely. I mean, from a driver's perspective, the best places to pass are usually the harder braking zones. The slower you have to slow down, the more you can gauge where you actually brake, which is why Moss Corner is so good, because that is the tightest corner on the circuit here. So Benjamin Bechtel, currently spectating him in second, wants to make a pass on Christian for first. I think Moss Corner might be the best place to do it.
It definitely might. Now, we did switch to his teammate, Dayton Harrison. We know we have a Dayton fan in the chat, so thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us.
Yep, Dayton's up 1 spot so far this race. Looking pretty solid.
Now, we do have that little bit of gap. You can see it on the mini map. Our first and second place drivers have separated themselves from the pack a little bit.
Absolutely. Both of their pace are unbelievable. Both running 1:07.4s, and not many other people on the grid are running that fast except for Brian Sabelski, who has the fastest lap of a 1:07.2, but he's currently back in 7th. And as you can see on the mini map, that is a very, very long gap between those two drivers.
All right, chat, we want to let you know if you mention your driver, your favorite driver in the chat, we're going to go on board with them. So starting right now, mention your drivers. Let's fill up that chat. Who's your favorite drivers? Who you're here supporting? Let's go on board with them, see how they're doing.
Yep, seeing some familiar names in the chat. Happy to have you guys back and watching the action here. We're only 12 laps into this race, and we've had some really good passes, and we've got a pretty good idea as who's got pace today, as Christian and Benjamin just running away with it, with Shea also currently sitting P3. He was fast in practice, had a really good qualifying lap, and now he's currently sitting on the podium, but he's got to defend from the full throttle teammate of Dayton Harrison, who is now closing out that gap.
Who Dayton Harrison is currently sitting P4, which is, like I said, he is in my top 4. I was surprised that his qualifying maybe wasn't so great, but he does like to avoid the chaos in the beginning of the race if he can, and then he gets right back into, I mean, he's fighting for third. He's going to fight. He's going to stay, I think, as close to Shea as he can to try to get that podium position tonight.
And we'll try and keep an eye on all of the closest gaps and battles on the track for you guys right now. Right now, we're on board with Xavier Williams, who is the closest to his opponent here, around 7/10, 6/10, but it looks like Benjamin Bechtel has been slowly closing that gap on Christian here. Doesn't look like it's going to be a pace enough to make the pass and just blow by him, but he is keeping him very honest in race pace.
Right, but we have to keep in mind they're coming onto traffic.
Yeah.
They're coming up right behind Jacob Schiff, and so that could also be, passing on this track is going to be a challenge for our drivers.
Definitely hop on board with our leaders right now as they're really close to lap traffic here. To see how that will affect this race, because they are still racing hard for position. Look at that. Less than a car length separates them. And it looks like Christian's actually driving a little bit of a defensive line here to see if Benjamin's going to make any moves on him as they fly around this track. Benjamin now looking to the inside of Christian. He's going to get that spot. Christian leaves the space open, and it's going to be Benjamin now moving up to P1, and that's a part of the track I did not think we would be seeing a lot of passing.
Definitely not. Right in the S's.
So it looks like Benjamin Bechtel is going to be taking that lead back early. But we saw Christian make the pass before. He can definitely do it again. And now we've got lap traffic to play a part in this battle as well.
I am going to drop in the chat for you our next trivia, which you should see on your screen as well. But we're going to get ready to do a trivia to help your team, your favorite team, grab some extra bonus points. We will give you a couple minutes to get into the trivia, and we will get it started. And this is all going to be facts about this current track, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. You won't hear us say it a lot because it is a mouthful, but it is also called Motorsport Park, or CTMP is what I have found out that it's been called. So, how much do you know about this track? I definitely had to do my research on this track.
I don't know a lot about this track, as it looks like Benjamin is going to be making a pass here on some lap traffic, and it looks like that is going to be Jacob Schiff moving to the side, letting the leaders go. He thinks, you know what, these are not my teammates, this is not my race, these guys are battling out for the lead, I'm just trying to put down some good laps, I'm just going to let them go, which is some very good racing, as it looks like he's going to misjudge the braking zone and go a little bit wide, but keep it out of the wall.
He's out of the wall, and he stayed straight, so that's also a very good thing. Getting back on track, I think maybe Jake is having a little bit of a struggle. But we do have someone in chat saying that we should give away Hot Wheels.
I think I might know a guy.
I think I know a guy. I think you are the guy.
You know what? I am the guy. You're right. I have way too many problems.
Chat, let us know. Is that something you'd like? We could probably make it happen.
You just have to come down to the clubhouse to redeem your prize.
And while you're here, jump on the sim.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Hey, John, how many Hot Wheels do you have?
Oh, geez. Well, I have an Instagram page that has pictures of every single car. So the amount of posts it has, the amount of cars I have, and I think it's around 3,000 right now.
Oh, my.
Which is crazy to say out loud, but in my head, like in my collection, I don't think it's really that much.
It's not that many.
Where do you store that many Hot Wheels cars?
In my closet, in a lot of boxes. No, I mean a lot of boxes.
Nice.
I could only imagine.
That's impressive.
All right, chat. Drop us a chat real quick. Let us know if you're ready for this trivia. We're going to get it started. And we're going to earn our team some extra bonus points.
Let's do it.
Marissa, how many bonus points do they win?
So our first place team will win 100 points. Second place will win 75. And third place will win 50. So if you get if your team wins first place in this trivia, they get an extra 100 points, which is comparable to... Well, it could replace one of your drivers. Let's say it that way.
Yeah, because first place... Go ahead, John.
I was about to say, just in the chat, you're asking what team you should be supporting here. We will say that Mile High Motor Club and OK Motorsports are both down a driver here. So if you wanted to support a team that could really use the points, I would recommend those teams.
Christian is chasing Benjamin down.
Oh yeah, these guys are gonna
Look at that.
race each other hard
Oh,
all night. Look at that,
man.
Christian almost looking to the inside. Benjamin's gonna close the door.
I
Man,
think-
these guys,
Benjamin is definitely driving with his elbows out.
wow. We're gonna try and keep our eyes on this battle
Yeah.
because it's crazy. Also, Dayton's getting really close to Shea in third. We've got some really good battles on this track right now.
You know, I want to say it could be some team strategy now that Benjamin has lapped his teammate Dom, which you can see that Dom is kind of holding Christian at bay a
Christian
little
now
bit
behind our 10th place car.
and possibly trying to let Benjamin increase that gap.
Good call out, actually. We have seen that team strategy used before, and it has been Dom who has been a part of that strategy before,
It
so
has.
that is not a far-fetched idea at all.
So
He's
we'll
getting,
see how that
he's
goes.
gonna get
but-
aggressive. Ooh.
Oh, Christian.
Oh,
There's
Christian,
some contact.
look to
I
the-
think there was contact
Look to the
there.
outside there, and it is going to be a little bit of contact with a lap car, basically, so I'm sure Christian is not happy about that.
If only we could go live. Well, Dayton made a mistake. I mean, not Dayton. Dominic. Sorry.
Look at that gap Benjamin is building, though. 6 seconds from Christian. And Christian, yeah, Christian's
There
just
he
going to
goes.
run Dom off the track there. That is my position. See ya. And now he has to close a
to close that
7-second gap. And look at that. Shea is
Now
also
Shea.
in this battle here,
Yeah.
slowing down Christian, man. That is not the first time that has happened to Christian with this team. And
Definitely
I think
not.
that might spark some controversy.
I think it will. So definitely stay tuned to the stream because if you don't know, at the end of the race, Christian likes to hop
an
over
easy
to the
pass.
clubhouse, let us know how he was feeling about how the race was going. So always good to hear from our
Yes,
drivers.
I can't
Yes.
wait to hear what he has to say.
We will be dropping in with our drivers later in the stream, so we'll definitely get a feel for how he's feeling about that.
Still
as
would
well,
not.
too.
I would not count Christian out of this race though, even 7 seconds back.
Absolutely not. I mean, a
No.
6-second gap is nothing that could be closed in a couple laps even. I mean, we've seen how consistent the pace is from all of these drivers running low 107s. So we know Christian has that just solid pace. He has the consistency, and we'll definitely be keeping an eye on him as this race continues. But I think
All
up
right.
next, we've got some trivia, shall
we've
we?
got a replay of Ruben. I think he maybe just went off track.
Yeah, this looks like Ruben.
Oh.
Oh, on the inside. Ooh,
I
full
think there
throttle
might have been
car.
some-
Makes a little
some
bit of contact. This looks like Moss Corner too. So really high speed entry here. Both of these cars in a braking zone. And yeah, it just looks like a little bit of contact between the mole bar and the full throttle car.
Definitely, Full Throttle is got their elbows out tonight for sure. They're looking to hold on to their first place position, I'm sure, in the team standings, and so I wouldn't put it past them to, like I said, drive with their elbows out. They're going to drive defensive if they can, and definitely have some team orders.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the team orders. That is probably one of the reasons why they have such a big points gap in the team championship standings, is they have just so much teamwork built into their strategy. They work together a lot in that strategy you just saw. But we'll see if that bites them in the butt here later, because Christian has already carved out a huge chunk of time from Benjamin's lead here.
All right. Well, we are starting our trivia. So, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park is also known as, we've been saying it all night. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it right before we started the trivia. Give you a little heads up. But we definitely agree with you. We agree that there is raw talent on Full Throttle. All right, we have Mario and Kay in our trivia. We only have 2 people doing trivia. Come on, chat.
There's still time to join. You can scan now and hop to the top of the points leaderboard.
All right, I paused it. I paused the trivia. I'll give you 2 minutes. Let's see if I can do a countdown real quick. I'm gonna give you a 1 minute 10 second countdown. Maybe. And we will try. We'll try to get those points on here.
Looks like Dayton Harrison is not giving up a lot of space to Shea here. As we get this trivia here figured out, just go ahead and continue commentating what I'm seeing right now on the track. Dayton is the closest driver right now to the car ahead of him, and he has not been letting Shea get away at all after Christian fell back. After those team orders from Full Throttle, Shea was really close to the bumper, but it doesn't look like he was able to keep the same pace as Christian has now eked out that gap to around 3 seconds from Shea. But I'm sure Dayton wants to try and get into that third place because that could result in some team orders being a Full Throttle car in first and
It
third
definitely
surrounding
could.
Christian.
It could. It definitely could. Yeah, Dayton is pushing really hard, trying to get that third place. All right. Chat, drop us a chat really fast right now. Let us know. Are you ready for trivia? We only had 2 people in there. We're going to start over. So if you saw the answers, if you heard me talking earlier, I've already told you the answers. But we're going to get started with trivia. We're going to get restarted with this trivia. We want you to win. We want your teams to win. I'm going to do trivia too. Let's see if I can do it.
Currently cruising along, now spectating Benjamin Bechtel. Chat, we know there's a lot of Full Throttle fans out there, but is there any team you would want to ride along just to hear about driver chatter? I know there's a team I could choose. I know who I would ride along with, but we want to hear what you think, chat. Who do you want to hear from?
Right, we know we have parents in the chat. Do you want us to ride or hop into chat with your child? Would you, I don't know, do we have coworkers? Friends? Yes, if there are only 2 people in the trivia, your team is guaranteed second or first.
Hey, Marissa, who are you going to be playing for tonight if you said you're going to be playing on the trivia?
I am doing trivia. I picked Full Throttle.
You picked Full Throttle? All right. I should do it, but I am terrible at the trivia. Maybe since we upped the time.
But it doesn't hurt.
1 minute per question, I might actually have some time to answer them. So I'm going to scan with my phone here and see. See if I can help out. What teams are missing drivers?
Motorsports or Mile High Motor Club?
All right, I'm going to choose. Oh man, let's do. I'm going to throw up team standings real quick.
All you have to do is answer quickly. You get more points the faster you answer.
Yeah, anything helps, right?
Oh, it's going.
So I'm going to go with OK Motorsports just because they're a little bit lower in the rankings right now. There we go.
And then race control, we do currently have some standings blocking the.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what we had going for the current team standings. There we go.
All good. Looks like EJ Luna now looking on the inside of Xavier for 4th. And that has allowed Shea and Brian to catch up. So now we've got a 4-car train here, all within a second of each other. And these guys all have some really good pace. So let's go ahead and see what happens in this battle, because anyone could prevail here, especially with one little mistake.
Definitely. And around some of these high-speed turns, like you said before, those braking points are so important, especially when you're wheel-to-wheel with another car. If you're trying to brake late so that you can get the position, does that hinder, your speed coming out of the turn? There's so many different things that could alter the outcome of this race.
Yes, and to anyone just listening along to the stream who might not be watching, But good news for Dayton Harrison Vance, he has gotten past Xavier for third, as now Xavier is at the front of this pack of all of these drivers trying to make some moves on the track. So we'll see if Xavier's able to defend for Moto House. He's been having a really good race so far, but he is under pressure from Mile High Motorsports with EJ Luna there. Wow, EJ using up all of the track, trying to look for a gap. But we heard these drivers talk about how narrow this track is, so I'm sure he's just waiting for the right opportunity or maybe for Xavier to make a mistake. Yeah, also some unfortunate news for Shea. Devereaux fans was running really well, but I must have had a little bit of a slip up battling Dayton, and now he currently sits in 6th in the middle of this pack. He's going to be trying to eke out some better pace here and try and get around these cars for some better lap times. But
you know, that's got to be rough for him. The pressure from Brian Zabelski right behind him,
yeah,
that is not easy. If you have last race winner like in your mirrors, that has got to be hard.
Definitely. It's like Luna might here be making a pass on Xavier. Yep, Luna's going to make the move stick, almost still side by side, but yep, he is going to move up into 4th, move Xavier down to 5th, and now Xavier's got to be careful he doesn't let these other guys attack him too hard. He looks to the inside of EJ. He's not quite going to get there. EJ's going to have a bit of a run here, going down to Moss Corner. Hardest braking zone on the circuit. He's going to be able to make the move. Looks like he's going to have a late apex on the second half of that turn. It's going to allow EJ to run away, and that is going to allow Zabelski to catch up, who has now gotten past Shea, who has fallen down to 7th.
And now his goal is going to create a gap. His goal is going to be stay driving clean, create a gap.
I don't think Xavier is quite done with EJ, though. Now that he's been behind EJ, he's able to know his line, able to see where he's braking. And honestly, as the following car, it might be a little bit easier to keep up pace-wise with the car in front, because you're able to gauge how fast he's going relative to how fast he could be going. And yeah, Xavier's not done with him yet, but he has a charging Brian Zabelski behind him. So we'll see where his focus lies when it comes to picking his battles.
Definitely. And you know that, again, the pressure. Sometimes it's just a mental game. And you have drivers like Brian Zabelski, who is so calm, cool, and collected that sometimes we talk to him and I think he hasn't broken a sweat. Like, this is just normal for him.
Yep, just an average day in the office for Zabelski trying to get around here. It looks like they're getting by a lap car here. No issues there. And this is a pretty good midfield battle.
It definitely is.
Let's go ahead and hop on board. It looks like it was just Ruben Gutierrez again in Moss Corner. Looks like he's just going to be losing it again under braking. Super easy to do here. I mean, you see the altitude change on this turn just a little bit in the gravel. That is enough to just lose the car, which is unfortunate for Ruben. But happy he didn't take out any of the drivers trying to get back on the track.
Definitely. Or, you know, and he didn't end up in a wall. That's always hard to recover from as well.
Oh my goodness, this battle is so close between all these drivers. Zabelski really wants to get by Xavier here, and that's allowed Shea to catch back up in the Moss Corner. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. Zabelski not looking to make any moves to try and get a run on him out of the corner. But Xavier's just been getting such good runs out of that corner. It's going to take a while for Brian. I mean, Brian, I'm sure, is driving a little angry under that helmet. We saw him just spin out early in the race, lose the track position, and now he's slowly picking them off one by one, trying to get that track position back.
Right, and you know, I'm pretty sure Brian's motto is like something similar to smooth is clean and clean is fast, or something to that sort. He kind of lives by that motto, and it shows. That's what helped him win last race. So I think, you know, he may have some feelings under that, but
absolutely, look at that. He must have made the move because Xavier has now dropped back behind both Zabelski and Devereaux. in this battle, and that is good for Sabelski. He now has the open road, but not good for Sabelski. He's got his competitors chasing him down. So Xavier's going to run a little bit wide there, going into Moss corner. No moves are going to be made, but Brian Sabelski's really good overtakes from our driver here. And that is what he needed. Now he's just going to be trying to chase down EJ, who's currently running away in fourth, and hope these guys behind him battle it out so we can extend that gap. But as I've been commentating this race, Marissa, how is trivia going?
It is so fun. I don't remember any of the answers. I'm just guessing. But I'm having a lot of fun. Chat, let us know if you're having fun. I think Andrew just came up to second place. I wonder if I can see the ranking.
Looks like Benjamin Bechtel's going to be sitting in the pits here. Made his pit stop early. Wonder what that's about.
I'm not sure.
Pitting from the lead, Christian was closing out that gap. I think Christian got the gap down.
Was it a pit or a drive-through?
It might have been a drive-through.
It looks like it might have been a drive-through.
Yikes. Maybe that's just from off track, or I don't think he had that much contact with drivers, but Christian had really caught up to him, so maybe he was just thinking now was time to serve the penalty, and that drops him back all the way down to fifth, basically in the hornet's nest of this battle we've been commentating for the last couple minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the incident points. Got some drivers with 0. Dayton has 0 incident points. Very interesting here. And yeah, Benjamin just hit that 12 needed to do the drive-through. See who else is close to getting a drive-through.
Has 29 incident points. He's having a rough race.
Yes, he is. I mean, just spin after spin, unfortunately, they add up. Other than that, though, not a lot of incident points from our top runners here. Everyone is keeping it pretty clean. So that is a pretty big disadvantage for Benjamin, having to serve that penalty so early.
Definitely is. I'm sure his fans in the chat want him to recover well. And, you know, it is still early in the race. We still have, you know, a little less than 2 hours to go, and really anything can happen.
Looks like Shea must have gotten around Brian here. Both of these guys were in tandem when they got around Xavier, but it looks like Shea made the move around Sabelski, who is our fastest car on the track at the moment. So some really dominant stuff. Shea is really looking at home on this track, and I think if he keeps racing like he is, he might be able to score a podium place.
He definitely could. That's so exciting.
And to answer your question, Milo May, yes, I am allowed to win, but I don't think that's going to be possible with Marissa answering these questions so quickly. So
I am answering quickly. I'm not getting them all right, but I am answering quick. That's the point. If you answer the questions fast, you get more points.
I mean, we don't have Google or ChatGPT or anything to help cheat on these trivia questions.
Yeah, you have
so
Google.
It's all from the dome.
Alexis, turn off the music.
Ryan not letting Shea out of his sight. Now Benjamin Bechtel's closing the gap on Luna in third, trying to get that podium place back and sit behind his teammate. But yeah, Benjamin Bechtel for full throttle. I mean, he has got some insane pace on the track today. To be able to drive away from both of these guys who've been pushing their cars to the limit basically for the last 10 laps, he's got something in that car, in that pace that everyone else doesn't. As I say that, he goes a little bit wide, going a little bit too quick. The commentator's curse strikes again.
I think we have a EJ Luna fan in there with that 24 spinning, so let's jump on board with EJ for a moment.
Now, if you weren't with us at the beginning of the stream, we did do a shout out wishing Andrew a happy birthday. So of course I had to put it in the trivia. Your hint is it's close to today.
It's a pretty good hint.
It's not tomorrow.
It's not tomorrow. That's also not an option. So
I should have gotten that answer right. Oh shit! Everyone
hopefully you
got
got
it right.
that answer
Nice.
right.
How many points did I get for that one? Because I answered that one pretty quick. 97 points. Yes.
You got more points than me. I answered slow. I'll give you a hint on this one. It's not the last race of the series.
And it is kind of right there at the top of the screen.
It is on the top of your screen. I try to give you all the clues I can.
Oh yeah,
I
the
want you to do
attentive.
well. I want you to win.
The attentive always win the trivia.
Yes. And these cars are very much keeping
I
close together. There's
am
packs of cars together.
impressed by the pace from Zabelski and Devereaux. I mean, they're running really good lap times, lap after lap. And yet they're not attacking each other. They're just racing their own race. Maybe Brian wants to attack, but he hasn't been close enough to do so. All right, who won the trivia?
I did. Mario, congratulations.
Is a bit of contact. Congrats, Marissa! Woo!
This is for team points, so I don't win anything by doing this. But let's see, our team, I don't know if it was going to show on the stream, but I'll shout it out. OK Motorsports came in first place, so they'll be getting an extra 100 points. Full Throttle Racing came in second place, so they'll get an extra 75 points. And third place is Mile High Motor Club. They'll get an extra 50 bonus points at the end of the race. Oh, it is on your stream. Not your best performance, but you still have 3 other tries. If you haven't done the one from the beginning of the race, that's still open until 9 o'clock, plus the 2 others that we still have tonight. So
Oh yeah, still a lot of trivia to go.
more chances for trivia.
And if you're wondering why OK Motorsports actually won that in first place, even though there was only one player, myself, playing for them, it's because it weighs all the 4 players for Full Throttle, which gave you an average point of 482. So I thought Full Throttle won that based on Marissa's performance there, but
Nope.
no, but still 75 points. That's really
It's still pretty
really
good.
helpful. Yes. All right, guys, you want to go to break? I know
Yeah.
there's still a battle for 5th right now, but
Yeah, I
There
think
is a battle.
we'll leave it on the battle for, I think that's technically 4th right now, with all 3 of these cars.
There's
And
so much traffic.
the commentary booth's going to take a quick break, so don't go
Oh my
anywhere. But when
God.
we get back, we want to hear your messages that you have for these drivers so we can hop on board and hear how these races are going for our teams. So drop your
Definitely.
message in the chat. When we come back, we'll hop on board.
We'll hop on board, but let us know. Give your feedback, or give your love. Don't give your feedback. They don't need criticism right now. Give your love to your drivers. Let them know you're here cheering them on. You know, we love to hop in with them. They're always grateful to hear your messages. So let us know what you'd like to tell them. We'll deliver personal messages. It's going to be the closest you get to actually talking to them during the race.
And
So,
Benjamin goes off the track. He's going to drop down to 6th for that battle. So
oh
he's just
no.
going to keep an eye on him. He's going to try and get those positions back. That being said, see you guys in a sec.
stay tuned.
Well, we are back from our quick break, and it seems we've missed some green flag pit stops. Most of the drivers have made their first stop for fresh tires and fuel, and it results in Christian Martinez currently sitting on top of the grid, but only 2.5 seconds away from Dayton Harrison. We knew he'd be a contender. Currently sitting in second, EJ Luna in third, Brian Sabelski up to fourth, Shea Devereaux chasing him down for fifth, Benjamin Bechtel at the end of that train currently in sixth. And then we also have Andy Cody, who's starting to slowly move up the grid in seventh.
He definitely was one that I was not sure how he would do. It seems he's right in that middle of the pack, and I think he's doing really well.
Yeah, an unfortunate start for him, put him like basically dead last. So he's been making pass after pass after pass, slowly climbing up, which I'm sure is not what he wants to have for his debut race. But he's still showing us that he should be a top contender, and we'll definitely keep an eye out on his name for the rest of the week.
Most definitely.
Oh, all right, chat. Who should we hop on board with? Pit stops are done. We can go ahead and talk strategy, talk about how the race is going, and also just share your love and support for the team. So let us know who you want us to talk to in the chat. We'll get to all of them, but we want to relay your messages, so let us know.
Or if you also drop in the name of a driver in the chat, we'll hop on board with them so you can watch their race from their perspective, or see what's going on. Maybe they're in the battle, they're in this group.
Like this right here, EJ Luna just tried to make an outside pass on Dayton there. Dayton denied him that space, and now EJ's going to have to reel it back in and attempt another attack. Yeah, post green flag pit stops. It's not looking like the race Benjamin Bechtel thought it was going to be. Qualified on pole, still has some insane pace compared to the other competitors, but that drive-through penalty really affected his track position, and now he's sitting behind Shea, who is managing to keep a very solid gap ahead of him. So now he's going to be fighting dirty air and lap traffic.
Definitely.
Whereas his biggest competitor, Christian, is currently in clean air, 3 seconds ahead of the lead with, I guess he does have a teammate behind in second place, so maybe there could be some help there, but he's going to have to catch Christian first.
Right, and getting through all of this traffic, in addition to the lap traffic, it just makes passing on this track so much harder. Come on, chat. We know you're watching. Who do you want to talk to? Do you have a favorite team you're rooting for tonight?
So, whenever I have been cheering for a team scoring points for trivia-wise, it's always the team that doesn't have that many drivers on it. So it's Mile High Motor Club, OK Motorsports. I think I'm cheering for OK Motorsports. I mean, I think they would be really close to full throttle in the points championship if they had the drivers to help them every week. So I'm cheering for him. Brian Sabelski, he's been having a great comeback after that spin, currently sitting fourth, closing in on EJ Luna. So I'm cheering for OK Motorsports today.
I definitely agree. I think because this is really big on team standing, good to have that full team dynamic, which unfortunately OK Motorsports has gone through a few reserves. But we do see your chat. You want to hop on with Motohaas, so I think we should hop on with Motohaas. Let's see how they're doing.
Let's go ahead and kick off these driver chats with Team Motohaas. Hey, Motohouse, this is the production booth. You got us? All right, we just wanted to hop in and share some love from the chat and also hear how your race is going. Christian, you're dominating in the lead. How's it going for you?
He's locked in. We're all pretty locked in over here. Hasn't been much chatter.
Yeah, it's going good. You guys didn't hear it, but Dominic would not let me pass. I lost 6 seconds. I freaking tapped him and got 4x on that. Got 2 off tracks on him. So 6x from Dominic. I mean, it's just ridiculous. He needs to get out of the way.
The same driver gave me a 5x. It's amazing, dude.
We gotta do something about that because this is just
He takes me out
ridiculous.
clean.
Yeah. But
Ridiculous.
other than that, the race is good.
Who is this?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you've heard it from
Horrible,
our current
man.
race leader.
How's the track been working out for you guys?
How's the track?
Yeah, how's the track been?
This track's a pain in the ass, man. It's exhausting. I feel like it's a tough track. Honestly, you don't even have time to think.
Looks like it's pretty hard to pass.
Yeah, it's really hard to pass, and that's why when you have Dominic just in the middle of the track, not getting out of the way. If I had to do a drive-through, which I might have to, and 6x of it came from Dominic, I'm gonna be pissed.
He fakes like he's going to give the position, and then he takes it back and is aggressive on it. He goes in contact often.
I don't know. Race control.
So stupid.
Might have to do something about that.
Hey, we leave that in the hands of the teams for this series.
Well, we will bring that up on the next one. We will.
All right, we do
Trying to
have
keep
some
low and
fans
slow.
of Christians in the chat. We had Mom, Dad, Adeline, and his wife are watching. So is there anything you'd like to say to them?
I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try to win this one. And that's about it. Sorry, this track is so hard to talk and race. Jesus Christ.
Well, we'll let you go. We just have one other message for Xavier. Let's stay consistent. It's still early. So you have fans in the chat.
All right, you guys sound locked in and focused. We will not distract you anymore. We'll let you get back to it. We'll talk again here once this race is coming to a close. So,
is there any team you would like us to distract for you?
Yeah, whatever the team Dominic is on. Have him just his next car that he impedes should be worth 60x points. However many it is to just get disqualified.
Put his car on bricks.
Yeah, no tires on that car. It's like the iRacing incident that happened this
I was
weekend.
running so low.
Just impeding.
all right, well, message received. We'll relay that. We'll relay that. So,
Replay on the thing. Me trying to get past him. And tell me what you think. How close I was to Benjamin, and then tell me what you think after me trying to get past him.
How did you make it back into first then?
Because I'm fast as fuck. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
all right, we'll leave you to it. Good luck racing. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Well, it sounded like they were locked in until we asked the right question.
Yes.
That's what I'll say.
Let's say, as we have said before, we thought that was Team Orders. Obviously, he was defending for his teammate. I don't think that there is going to be any. I don't know.
I would say
Christian's just gonna
defending
have
is
to-
not illegal, right? Defending is not illegal for your team.
It's not. It's not illegal to defend and to. I mean, you don't have to let the drivers by. That's the rule that we stated in streams before. If you can't,
I mean, like,
you just have
frustrating,
to
I
be
understand
predictable
it.
and safe, right? You can't slam on the brakes like Russell or.
Yes, and I think race drivers can get hot under the helmet easily when they're in the car as well. So we just talked to Christian. He's in the lead, trying to defend racing. So I'm sure is thinking about that incident. But I think at the end of the day, he will look back on it.
We have some close
see
battles
what the
right now.
actually was, but
Someone just went
oh,
off.
that's
Was that
Benjamin Bechtel in the wall.
Yeah, that
His race has been slowly coming apart here. I don't know if that was
Shay.
With Shay.
That was with Shay. I'm not saying Shay did it, but that was with
Contact
Shay.
with Shay.
Shay was involved. I mean, and it looks like there was another car in that.
We'll
Maybe
replay
lap
that
track.
here.
Go ahead and check out the replay here. All right, Andrew, you tell us. What are you seeing?
I see Shay's coming up on the inside pretty quick, but and he kind of goes
and then he
wide.
goes wide.
Yeah, he kind of went a little wide. You can see the wheels are turning though. He's trying to get grip. But when these cars are damaged, even though damage is off, they do heal, and that time during the healing, you do not have the same traction. So that wheel is damaged until that car fully heals itself. So there's still 1 or 2 seconds where that car is uncontrollable after you hit a wall or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like just an unfortunate racing incident there. Benjamin turning in a little too late with Shay in that battle. Now he's still behind Shay, so we'll see how he makes this pass work. If he can, and go from there. But I thought it was funny, as soon as we joined those Moto House team comps, it was dead silent. And then we asked Christian, and then Christian, I mean, it sounded like he'd been thinking about that for a while.
I think he definitely
He
has.
just wanted to get it out, you know? So I'm glad that we were able to get that out of him. I'm glad you guys, the chat, enjoyed that. We apologize for the language on the broadcast. So that being said, we still have a bunch of other teams to hop on board with. I did see some fans for Jacob Schiff in the chat, so I'm thinking maybe we hop on with Mile High Motor Club, which is just which is just EJ Luna and Jacob Schiff. So we can go ahead and hop on board with them, and I think this will be a much quieter call.
I agree. But who knows?
Hey, Mile High Motor Club, this is the production booth. You guys got us?
Sure do. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. We've been watching you guys race and wanted to share some messages from some fans in the chat. But first of all, we want to hear how this race is going for you guys. EJ, you're currently sitting in 3rd. Jacob, you're sitting in 10th. Both of you guys have gone up positions since qualifying. So how has this race been playing out for you guys and your team so far?
So far, so good. I think we're just finding speed right now.
I would agree. I didn't have a lot of time to learn the track due to not being in Colorado for a while and not having access to a simulator. But I've come to learn this track a lot through just driving it and racing behind other people.
Jacob, we did have a message for you in the chat. You had a supporter that wanted us to tell you, head down, Max. It's hammer time.
Well, I think that's a little bit of a mixed message, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Who do you believe that's from there, Jake?
Probably from the guy who just spoke. No, I have no idea. I thought that was Andrew who said that.
No, you have a fan in the chat who said that. Could you
I
tell
have no
Shiv?
idea. Oh, I know who it is. It's got to be Hunter or Evan or something.
Oh.
You guys distracted me.
Yes, we could see. Sorry. Oh yeah, 60 laps in. You are learning the track pretty quickly, though. Good job.
Yeah, it's not an
Thank
easy
you.
track to learn. We tried our best.
EJ, how are you feeling sitting in 3rd right now?
I feel good. I guess we're gonna see how the strategy plays out on fuel, but I feel we've made some progress sitting on the podium. Like, yeah.
Yeah, congrats on that position so far.
Can try to close it out. Thank you.
Seeing some really great battles out of you guys, and yeah, it's a very, very quick track. Not a lot of time for thinking, so we'll let you guys get back to concentrating on your race, and we'll talk again here once this race comes to a close. But good luck to both of you guys. Pace is looking great, and
Oh wait,
any
before we
last
get
words
off,
to your fans.
we have Mountain Refugee that keeps throwing in some EJ Luna What are those gifts?
Let's go. My buddy Refugee, appreciate you.
All right, all right.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you heard from our third place runner, EJ Luna, trying to keep it safe. And I think this is just going to be a hard track to talk to our drivers for because they sound locked
They
in
are
the whole
locked
time.
in, very, very much locked in.
Must be very exhausting.
It has to be. It has to be exhausting. Chat, let us know. Is there who else do you want us to hop in with?
I mean,
we're not going to try to distract anybody, but we do want to talk to all of our teams. So if there's somebody that you would like to speak with right away, otherwise we're going to go in and let's see. We already talked to Motohaus. We could go in and talk with OK Motorsports. We could see how our very new reserve driver is doing with Brian.
With our veteran race winner in the series.
Right.
I like that idea. Let's go ahead and hop on board with OK Motorsports. OK Motorsports, this is the production booth. You guys got us?
Gotcha.
All right, we just wanted to hop in here and see how everything was going for you guys. Brian, we've been watching you make an insane recovery so far and a good stint on this race. And also, Andy, Cody, first race on the series, didn't have the best start, but you've been showing you have very good pace. But I want to hear from both of you guys. How are you guys feeling about this race right
now? Feeling okay.
Yeah, doing okay as well. Just having fun, enjoying the grind.
Yep, kind of the same here. I'm just trying to work on strategy, get laps down, and focus on finishing this out.
You are at the halfway point, so how do you feel like it's gone so far?
Probably could have done without a couple of my own boneheaded mistakes, but other than that, it's been going okay.
Yeah, I had a few early incidents, like lap 1 and I think like lap 3, 4 with another driver, which is unfortunate, but it happens. And I've made some of my own mistakes, but working on it now.
Yes, general consensus we've heard from talking to a lot of these other teams is that there's not a lot of time to think when on this track, and it's full focus 100%. How are you guys feeling this track is treating you guys?
Pretty good. It's what you would expect from most sports. Very quick lap, very tight track, not a lot of room to make passes, so you have to kind of be smart.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's not a lot of downtime in a lap.
And Andrew, you... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, John.
You're good. I was going to say, if there were any messages you wanted to share to your supporters to hear how your race is going, what would you tell them right
now? Keep cheering us on. We're going to try and see if we can't climb back from the gap we have right now.
Yep, I'd agree.
Yeah, currently Andrew's up 2 spots. And just so everyone knows, in stream in the commentary booth there, Andrew came into DRS earlier this week, I think, for the very first time, and I pitched him on the idea of the Broadcast Challenge series, or maybe he already knew about it, but he was all willing to jump into this thing. How's it been 64 laps into your first race here with us? Hopefully we're not being too distracting right now, but how's it been racing with these other guys from DRS?
Oh, all good. Yeah, no, it's been fun. The format's definitely interesting. Definitely allows for some strategy versus your normal kind of racing on iRacing and everything. So no, it's been a lot of fun, and this is a fun track to have as the first one for me at least.
And better than Long Beach.
Oh yeah.
Andrew, a question for you from the commentary booth. This being your first race, we don't know a lot about your sim racing career. Have you done a lot of endurance racing before, or is this one of your first endurance races?
No, I've done I've been running with the group for a little while doing the iRacing special events. So done a few so far this year. We've done Daytona, Sebring, Nürburgring, and Watkins Glen. So those have all kind of prepared for the long the long stints that you need here.
Yeah, I was about to say that's good going in with some experience, not knowing what that fatigue is going to feel like will definitely give you a upper hand on some of these other drivers in this league. So happy to hear you're enjoying your time and putting down some solid lap times as well.
Definitely, and we just want to say welcome to the club. We're happy to have you, and we look forward to seeing you race with us more often.
And good job
Thank you.
defending while we've been chatting to you. We'll let you go now, though.
Yeah, we'll let you go. Put some good
Thanks.
laps in, and we'll talk to you guys here once the race is coming to a close. So.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah,
I wouldn't expect anything less. They are
Yeah,
so
no.
calm, cool, and collected that it's like.
I mean, like we've been talking to Brian Spelski now for weeks on end, just
Right.
like during his races and stuff. And to me, it sounded like Andy Cody was one of, if not probably the best matchup he could have as a teammate because they both speak around the same way. They both have really consistent laps, and they've been both putting on a really good show for us today. So definitely a team to cheer for.
They definitely are.
And yeah, Cody defending while talking to us as well. That was some pretty impressive
It's
stuff.
talent. It's talent. Let me tell you, it's talent because even while we're talking to some of the other racers, we have seen them kind of go off track, go a little wide or something because we are a little bit distracting. It's not our intent, but it does happen, and so it just shows that obviously he has done endurance racing before, and he seems to just be fitting right in. So we do welcome him to the series, and glad that he was able to join us.
All right, chat. We've got a couple more teams to chat with, but we want to hear from you guys. What should we be telling our drivers? We still have to hop on board with Full Throttle and Molbar in the team chats. So let us know who we should chat with first and what we should say. I already know some questions I want to ask Full Throttle, but I want to know how Molbar is doing in this race as well because I think they have drivers all over the place.
I think they do as well. Let's just, recap who's on Mulbar. That's Zane May is their principal, Shea Devereaux, and Ruben Gutierrez.
Yeah, Shea's been putting on one heck of a race, putting down really good practice times, qualifying times. He's been running with all of the fastest guys all race, so he's definitely carrying that team on his shoulders, but a really good showing for that team so far.
It definitely is, and I think we should go ahead and hop in with them.
Yeah, might
chat,
as well.
Let us know before we. I know we have Full Throttle fans in the chat.
Yes,
so
I think we might
before
wrap
we
up.
get to Full Throttle, let's blow up the chat. Let us know what you'd like us to say. If you want to hear Dominic's take on Christian's comments, let us know what you'd like to hear or to talk about. But first, we're gonna hop in with Molbar.
Perfect. Let's do it. Hey, Team Molbar, this is the production booth. You guys got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
All right. We just wanted to hop in here and share some love. You guys are getting in the chat and also hear how your race is going. But Shay, I want to start with you. You've been having a fantastic race. And I mean, all of the lap times you've been putting down, practice, qualifying, you've clearly shown you have the pace to contend with the top drivers. So how is your racing been going so far tonight?
Oh, it's going all right. It's got its it's got some action in it. But yeah, I made a couple mistakes, had to drive through, so there goes I think the podium. I was watching EJ up there and he's tough to catch, so.
You barely are over halfway through the race, so there is still plenty of time for more strategy, and really anything can happen up until the last minute. So just keep driving your race. We are definitely watching. Your fans are watching. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Thanks for watching. We love you.
And pick up some stickers or drop off some stickers whenever you guys come by the clubhouse.
Oh, we'll
Did all
do.
get picked up already?
I don't see any here, so I guess so.
All right, I'll get some more printed off then.
Perfect. I need a Mobar sticker for my laptop.
I
Need
would
to
definitely take
show
a
it
Mobar
off.
sticker.
And I will say, I think that your livery on all of these cars is probably one of the best looking out in the entire field. So you're looking good and you're looking fast.
Thank you, thank you.
Sweet. Yeah, thank you.
Ruben, how are you feeling about your race?
Oh, could be better, being the rookie of the team, I don't feel as bad, but yeah, I know that we're getting better with every race, and we're just having fun for now.
Yeah, since you're coming into the pit right now, yeah, like you are one
Try to
of
do.
only 2 rookies in this league right now racing tonight.
Oh, yeah, it makes me feel, yeah, we still have a long way to go, but yeah, we're eventually.
Well, I am glad to hear that you're having fun. That is the best part. We're having fun here in commentary watching you guys race. So thank you for putting on a good show for us.
And Shay's currently in 5th right now. He's the only B license in the series right now, but he's like right in the middle of all these A licenses, so he's holding his way pretty well.
Yeah, Shay, do you have a lot of experience on this track? Because I guess comparatively to some of the other races we've watched, you have some really good pace around this Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. How are you feeling about just how the track's treating you?
I feel good. I actually found a nice YouTube video with the new tire model and this track and this car, so that helped out probably the most out of anything. I didn't really have that resource for the last couple races, but yeah, just getting a lot of practice in here and with the team, and yeah, feeling pretty
Awesome.
good.
That's what we love to hear, doing the research.
Definitely. That is great to hear. And it definitely shows. We watched you during practice, we watched you in qualifying, and you were definitely one that we're going to watch out for today's race.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you guys.
Hey, great job.
I think with that, we'll leave you guys to your race. We'll talk to you guys again here once this race starts coming to a close, but we'll let you guys put your heads down, keep solid pace, and good luck finishing out this race.
Did you guys have anything to say to your fans watching?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it.
Perfect.
All right, good luck, guys. All right. That is the first time I've heard drivers say they've done research as to how to drive the track.
Right.
That's a really smart way to go about it. I mean, if you've never approached this track before, learning everything is very crucial, and you can obviously see how much that helped Shay with his pace. He's definitely on the top, like Andrew said, a B license in the middle of a bunch of A licenses, showing he belongs up there, and that's just what we love to see.
That is definitely paying off.
All right, well, we've heard from every single team now, except for Full Throttle Motorsports. All the Full Throttle fans, we want to see you in the chat. We want to hear what you guys have to say for your team, and we actually have some questions to ask from our end as well.
We do. So if you are a Full Throttle Racing fan, we know you're here. So you're never quiet until right now. So let us know what you'd like to say. If you want to give any messages to your drivers, we're going to definitely talk about the comments we heard from Christian with Dominic, see what team strategies might be. But yeah, show your love. We know we have Dayton fans.
Dayton's having a really good race too.
He is.
He is now the top car for that team as Ben Becker's dropped down to 7th. and then that last teammate, Dominic Wilder, currently sitting in 11th. So they've got a car in every single battle in the pack. And I want to hear what they have to say about how their race has gone so far. So what do you say we hop in, chat, send us a message so we can relay it to the team, and let's hear what they have to say. I'm excited for this.
Yep, let's hear it.
Hey, Full Throttle, this is the commentary booth. You guys got us? All right. Well, we have been watching this entire race, cheering you guys on, and I just wanted to see how this race has been going for all of you guys. I want to start with Dayton, currently sitting in second right now. You've been having a really good race. How's it been going so far?
Been going good. Just trying to keep it clean. Consistency is how we're going to win this race.
Putting some really good lap times down, holding that second place spot. Now I want to move to Benjamin next, currently running in 7th. Tell us, how has your race gone down so far?
Not the greatest. Back markers are rejoining or just going incredibly slow and just getting into incidents. Like the latest one, Ruben came onto the track. I thought I was far off and over, but he decided that I wasn't, and so I think I died.
Yeah, Benjamin, we saw you serve the drive-through penalty pretty early in the race. Was that with contact for other drivers or just track limits?
That was another incident with Ruben and Daniel. Daniel went, from my perspective, went all the way basically to the pit lane as I was trying to pass him. And so I was trying to pass on the outside, and I hit him because I was going significantly faster.
This is Andrew here. Would you say there's been any intentional blocking by other teams?
Intentional blocking? No. Well, there are people that are not, like, getting out of the way for blue flags, which we've decided that's okay.
It does appear to be your strategy for Full Throttle, well, right?
The one time with Dominic, yes.
Yeah, Dom, tell us
Fair,
how's
fair.
your race been going so far?
It's all right. A little glitchy on the full motion sim, which keeps things interesting.
I can come downstairs and fix that for you real quick.
All right. Well, you guys, Full Throttle has consistently had the most amount of fans in the chat out of any other team. So is there anything you want to say to your growing fan base currently watching you guys race today?
Thanks for tuning in. We're trying our best, trying to recover. For me, Dominic's killing it, so he doesn't even need to recover. I'm sorry, Dayton.
Yeah, Dayton, you're currently sitting in P2. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Just hoping Christian makes a mistake.
You feel like this is your chance to get your P1?
Absolutely. The overcut gave me 13 seconds in the last pit stop.
That is awesome. We know your fans are cheering you on. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Yeah, thanks for the support. I always draw the most fans. So does Benjamin, so does Dominic. So thank you for always cheering us on.
All right. That's what we love to hear. Well, I think we'll leave you guys to it. We know this is a hard track to focus on, so we'll leave you guys to it. And we'll talk to you guys again once this race starts coming to a close. So good luck, guys. All right. And there you have it.
All right.
That's all of our teams, all of our drivers mid-race. Marissa, from the commentator to commentator, what do you think about this race so far?
You know, I think it has been very exciting. I think there are moments, there are packs of cars, which makes it way more interesting. I feel like everybody's pretty locked in after talking to everybody. You know, everyone's trying to drive a clean race. Obviously, that has been a struggle on this track. And I've enjoyed watching this race so far. I love that the chat is with us and, on this ride. And yeah, I'm having a good time.
Now, it's been a very entertaining race so far. In that interview, Christian just put down the fastest lap of 106.8, which is the fastest lap we've seen so far all night. And I agree, this race has been super interesting because there have been so many battles on so many different parts of the track, and there haven't been a lot of incidents. Like, I was kind of expecting going in here that since the track was so narrow, these drivers would be taking a lot more risks, causing a lot more incidents, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe I think that because that is how the drivers were driving at the beginning of the season. Now these drivers have been doing so. This is race 7, so this is not their first rodeo. They know that any move they might gain a position on could also ruin their race. I don't think they're willing to risk that. So we're seeing a lot more smarts out of our drivers, and we're seeing some really good pace out of not just the top guys, out of a lot of
Everybody.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, and making those calculated, those calculated moves, knowing when the time to pass is, knowing where on the track, whose pace is better. And like we talked to, Christian is obviously reeling about Dominic's race, and we have mentioned in the stream before about blue flags, that it is the job of the faster car to make the pass. Now, we heard from our principal at Full Throttle that it's not intentional blocking. There could be defensive driving. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think nobody wants to ruin anybody's race, right? Everybody respects everybody. They want to have fun. They want to have a good time. They want to do well. So,
Right, and there are some big pace differences between some of the top runners and some of the people at the bottom of this leaderboard, which is not a bad thing whatsoever. Like, they're still scoring points for their team, but they might just not be racing each other a lot. So it sounded like a lot of the frustration we heard from the drivers came from lap traffic and just, I guess, racing etiquette, which I know will just be better and better every race that these guys do. So other than that, this has been a great race to watch, and Christian is just putting on an absolute clinic, currently sitting 10 seconds ahead of Dayton Harrison in second, with EJ Luna currently sitting in third.
yeah, Luna was not in my top 4 for this race, so I am pleasantly surprised that he's working his way back up. He did have that win earlier in the season, which was awesome. And a lot of it I think is team game. Is your head in it? How much have you prepared? We heard from Shay that he is like heads down prepared for this race, and it shows. So we still have almost an hour left. There's still a lot of race to go. So I'm excited to see, the outcome of the race. Things can still change. I anticipate there's going to be another pit stop, so that can change some things as well. And yeah, there's our Full Throttle fans. They're finally showing up.
Yeah, you mentioned EJ getting that win earlier this season at Sebring. And since that win in Sebring, he has not shown the pace to compete with the top contenders, whether that's getting in an incident early or something of that matter. He hasn't just had his name in the conversation for the win here. But today, I'm getting a lot of vibes that I got from him in Sebring. He's not making a lot of mistakes. He's putting down really consistent laps, and he's making passes really cleanly around these drivers, which is establishing him that track position. So EJ Luna having a fantastic race today.
Right, definitely. Now I'm going to shout over to Andrew real quick to see if we could get a glimpse at our incident points. I know we brought him up at one point during when we were talking to the teams, but let's see how close. Oh, we have Ruben, who's very close to having a disqualification, but
both
there
Ruben
have been,
and Jacob Schiff
yeah,
really close there.
There have been more incidents, I think, than I was expecting.
Oh, but another thing I noticed, Christian is currently at 11. One more, and he's going to have to do a drive-through. That is what Dayton is looking for. One small mistake. Dayton currently only has 3 incident points, so he is not even thinking about doing a drive-through penalty. So Christian has to keep it solid and has to keep it smooth here. Otherwise, that drive-through penalty could ruin his race.
Who got? Oh, that's Shay. Shay has the drive-through.
Yeah, he told us that when we were talking. He had to serve that drive-through, drop back a couple of positions. Otherwise, I think he would be battling with EJ Luna for the podium right now.
I definitely agree.
These drive-through penalties could play a huge role in all of these drivers' races. Look at that. Benjamin, 27 incident points. that means he's done 2 drive-through
Two
penalties
drive-throughs.
already,
That's a lot.
which is just unfortunate for his race. But we know he has good pace. He's currently 6 seconds behind Shea right now. But yeah, take a look at where your driver is with those incident points.
And just
That
give you
could play a
guys,
big role.
to give everyone a good idea, a good drive-through, you can see their pit times here in that first column on the leaderboard. And a pit stop, about 40 seconds, but a drive-through is just around 30 to 35 seconds. So Christian could easily drop down to 4th if he gets this next incident point.
Which I think is definitely what Dayton is hoping for. Now, to get 1 incident point, it could be something as simple as going off track, taking a wide turn.
Cutting a turn too tight. It looks like Christian's going to be going into the pit lane here. I don't know if this is a scheduled pit stop. Maybe he had 1 incident point when we were talking with him. We'll see if he stops in his pit
Looks
lane.
like he's...
No drive-through penalty for
no,
Christian.
he's stopping.
This
He
looks
is
like
pitting.
a scheduled stop. Oh, it looks like this might be team orders
He's
for
getting tires.
for the Moto House team. There's another Moto House car in the pits here.
Yeah, it looks like Xavier is also in the pit. Time for their scheduled pit stop, so I anticipate more of the teams are going to be coming in for their scheduled pit stops if they're going to keep it a 2-pit race.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it felt like a lot of the drivers when they went to their first pit stop pitted around the same time. So now that the drivers are pitting in a more dispersed time, like we can see with the Moto House teammates right here, maybe there is a different strategy that they're trying to do to maybe get Xavier back into this race or Christian to just hold his lead, because Dayton was right. When we talked to him by full throttle, that overcut he had in the pit lane, he cut so much time on that gap between him and Christian. So that is definitely going to be something to look out for when it comes to pit strategy, as Christian feeds back out onto the track in 6th behind Benjamin Bechtel and gives Dayton the lead.
You know, there are things too that they have to manage before pitting. They have to manage their tires. It could be that they're pitting earlier because their tires were going, they have less grip, who knows, or it could just be their strategy. So that is definitely something to look out for. I think it's important that once you pit, you take your out lap and the next couple laps to warm up your tires. So I don't anticipate that we're going to see them really fighting for position in these next couple laps, but getting their tires back up to temp and getting themselves set up to get positions back.
Yep, when we said that, it looked like Andy Cody went into the pits. EJ Luna now also in the pits making his stop from the front row. I think he might have saw Christian go into the pits and is trying to mirror that strategy. So we'll see where EJ Luna comes out, but right now the order is all over the place as these cars go in to their own pit stop strategy.
All right, chat. Drop us a line. Let us know, who do you want to
Let's
jump
get
on
that
board
chat
with.
trivia going.
And I am going to drop in the next link for trivia. This trivia is going to be to win that free sim session here. So I'm not going to play because I don't want to win it.
And if you're here in Denver, you'll get a Hot Wheels car.
There you go. Added bonus for winning the trivia.
Just only 1,000 Hot Wheels cars, thanks to John.
There you go. From yours
No,
truly.
I'm kidding. You will not win 1,000 Hot Wheels. I don't think you could hear me very well over there with the headphones on. But
John, I told them that they would win 1,000 of your Hot Wheels cars.
1,000. I think that it would take a while to transport all of those. I think we might need a little more extensive of a trivia session in order to give away that prize. But if you are interested in my Hot Wheels, I do have a marketplace where I sell those, but that's some self-promo for another time.
The
FIA just fined John for
non-sponsored.
Non-sponsored. Yeah,
exactly. That pesky race control.
Speaking of
You've been
sponsorship, we would like to say thank you to our sponsors for tonight's race. We have Oasis Car Detailing, Simply Subarus, Wilder Racing, of course, Denver Racing Social. Andrew puts on this production for us to all enjoy and have such a great time. And again, I'm not going to say happy birthday again, but happy birthday. Thanks for spending it with us
Thank you.
and
Thank
the
you.
stream. We hope you're having fun just like we are. And
It's always a good time.
I have dropped the new link for the next trivia in the chat. This trivia is going to be how well do we know our drivers? I'm going to tell you one thing. I had to make a last minute change because I just found out about Andy joining. So, one of our questions is about Andy. If you know him, you're going to be the only one to get that question right, or if you guessed correctly. So, good luck. And
A really great prize for winning this trivia too. Like if I was in the chat right now, I would want to win this free hour session at DRS Centennial because that's pretty cool. Pretty cool
definitely,
prize.
it is, and it's a lot of fun. We can hear Dom on this sim from we're sitting right. I think I'm sitting right above
Right
him.
above him.
So we can hear it. It's a lot of fun. We both have been on it. It's a blast.
There we go.
So you have little under 2 minutes to scan the QR code,
Please
go to
participate.
Crowd Live.
We're just giving it away. It's normally $120. Come down here with a group of friends, 5 friends, or 4 friends. I recommend 4 people per hour if you're going to come on down here and have a good time. But yeah, no, it's always a fun time down here, and this is your opportunity to get some free kind of clubhouse time. It's always bring your own beverages, bring your own food down, so it's just a good hangout spot.
If you don't have friends, you can invite me and John. We like the sim.
I'll be there.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. We're going to get started on that in 1 minute.
Marissa, you up the time on that?
Wondering when
Yes.
Dayton is going to pit here. Looks like the pit cycle has pretty much sorted out to where they were when they went in, but Dayton has not gone in yet. Currently sitting with a 55-second interval of Christian in second. You can see the differences on the mini map as Dayton now just starting that back straightaway, as Christian now going around into the start-finish line. So he does have some pretty good track position. I'll be curious to see if that overcut works for him again. But he's been having a really good race, and I just want to put it out there. I did say he was going to be a sleeper pick for today's race.
You did.
And here he is currently leading with a 55-second gap with only almost around half an hour of not a little more than half an hour of a race left, 45 minutes or so. And yeah, I mean, this is great. Dayton has a lot of fans, so I'm sure they're cheering him on right now.
Most definitely.
All right, we got some trivia about our drivers. About Zane. You know something I noticed about the Molbar team is almost all of their profile pictures have an American flag in
They
the
do.
background.
They do.
I don't know how I didn't notice that first time, or like all of the races we've been commentating, but honestly, I think it helps set them out from the field, being like, "Oh, I know who team that is on."
Yep,
You know?
they are all
Team
on
USA.
the same team.
That's cool.
I did not notice that myself.
I wonder why they don't have any red, white, and blue on their livery. Really go into that brand identity.
I think one thing about Team Mulvar, I'm pretty sure they all work together outside of being on this team. These pictures are cropped, and because I get the full view of the picture, they all took them in the same spot.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense,
Yes.
actually. There's still time to join the trivia chat. You can come back in and sweep it.
I tell them it's not the Lamborghini.
I guess it's not the Lamborghini Countach.
And to answer your question in chat, this is a first place only prize.
Oh, it looks like Dayton's going into the pits. Very curious to see where he comes out relative to Christian here. You can see that number 2 bubble on the mini map. You can see Dayton in the pit lane. We'll see where they come out relative to each other. It'll be a close one.
I think it. Oh, he overshot his pit. That cost him a couple seconds.
Nice job there, Mario.
On board now with Christian. Christian looks like he's going to have the advantage. He's going to get to the pit lane before Dayton gets out. Dayton's going to be on cold tires as well, so there would be no point in defending. But he is going to get back out on the track in front of Christian. Let's see what this looks like. It's going to have really cold tires here, but Christian
But he's
sees
going to
him.
want to push. Dayton is going to want to push. He wants that win so badly.
And there's a car between them, too. I believe that's a Mulbar car. In between the two, he's going to let Christian go by, but not easily.
Oh, come on.
Christian hugs the inside.
This is a good
Christian
battle
is on
for
the
first
hunt.
place.
Now Dayton is going to be on just trying to survive with these cold tires as Christian is on his bumper.
Ooh.
But remember, Christian also has to drive safely. If he gets that one
That's
more
true.
incident point, he will have to serve the drive-through penalty.
You know, that was very clean from Dayton because we know Dayton has 3 incident points. He could have made a little bit of contact with Christian, given him those incident points, and that would have
Right.
been some bad strategy between the two. But Dayton raced him clean, and now he's going to be able to stay behind him here once his tires warm up. And I think that his pit strategy relative to Christian is what he needed to get his name back in contention to winning this race. We didn't think anyone else would be winning this race once Christian past Benjamin
Right.
and he fell to the back. But now we've got another full throttle motorsports car who 100% has a chance to take this win.
Does
Does
production
production
know
know
if
if
there's
been any races
where
where there have been any drivers with zero incident points?
I believe there might be one race where Brian Sabelski did not touch a single thing.
Yeah.
We can go back to the streams to check that for sure, but if it was going to be anybody, it was going to be Brian Sabelski.
Definitely. I wasn't last race. I believe it was the race before.
Yeah.
Which would have been, let's see.
Dayton has some new
Wouldn't
pressure
have been
behind.
Detroit or Laguna Seca. It definitely was not Watkins Glen. I'm not 100% sure.
Mario is running away with these points here.
And it does look like on the incident point conversation, Ruben Gutierrez has been disqualified, unfortunately, with all of those incident points. He's going to finish 13th out of the race. That's just unfortunate.
That is for sure. And Mario, don't worry. Andrew and I will not beat you at trivia because we are not playing this trivia.
Oh, it looks like Jake's only 1 point away. 1 point away.
Oh, Jake, 1 point away from being disqualified. With as much time as they have left, I'm not sure that he's going to survive through the end of the race.
I would not be able to survive that.
We still got a lot of racing left to go here. You're right. It's being that close to a penalty point, I would just want to drive straight and finish this race out. But
I'd probably just pull into the pits and just sit there. I would just
pull into the pits and sit there if I were Jake.
I mean, he is currently in 10th, so he is scoring points for his team above his competitors. So his team would lose out on points if he gets this one incident point. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Oh, we're going to have to switch our stream to go live with Dominic.
Oh, a
Oh, that's a
huge
big
incident
crash.
between a Mile High Motorsports car and Dominic with full throttle. That was a big hit. Let's go ahead and check this replay here, see what happened.
Slid on the
Ooh,
grass.
that is just unfortunate timing.
We
Try-
heard Dom downstairs. He did say
that
he
he
was
was
trying to let EJ
pass, but he slipped on the grass.
And it
And
just
it just
flung
flung
him
him
right in
right
front
in
of
front of
EJ
EJ
there.
there.
That is,
And that it was not intentional.
So
again,
unfortunate.
so unlucky for EJ there. Having such a good race. We'll see how this hurts him in the standings right now, because we know Zabelski was in fourth, putting
Right.
down solid lap times, and EJ might have just lost a place on the podium here. Yeah,
Yep,
nothing.
and you can see Dominic's wheel turning to the left to try to avoid that contact. But
Nothing he could have done there.
at that point, he was on ice. Although I do only see one car going past. Oh, nope, that dropped Luna down to second place.
Yeah, EJ Luna drops down to sixth after that incident. That is unfortunate.
All right, chat, if you're paying attention and doing trivia, I'm going to give you the answer to the next one, so be ready. I don't know who it is, but let's see. Oh, did we get stuck? All right, here we go. As soon as it pops up on the screen. C. Oh, I didn't even know it was Benjamin.
Look at that, Benjamin going for an overtake on Shea here in the Mulbar car. He's going to make it. He's going to get that overtake clean. That is what Benjamin needed. Up to fourth.
What happened?
And into the Shadow Realm.
Something just happened. Maybe he got disconnected?
Brief
That
disconnect there.
was-
That was crazy from our point of view, but he's
yeah,
good. Benjamin is chilling. He's
he
fine.
just blinked right out. Don't know what happened there. Huh.
I think the Shadow Realm is the only possible explanation for that.
It definitely was. Not sure. Yeah, they're just he just blinked right out
There you go.
He's gone. On his own question, too.
on his own question. Oh,
Maybe that's why.
who said A? I gave you C. All right, I'll give you the next one. D. Okay, no more answers from me. But there you go. I gave you 2. Everyone should get it right.
We know Mountain Refugee is one of EJ's biggest fans in here, so how'd you feel about that racing incident that just happened a moment ago? I saw your little, your GIF there.
Y'all, I gave you the answers. I'm giving them the answers, right? We're
Yeah,
just not
no,
listening.
I'm hearing it.
We're not listening, but that's all right. I'm not giving you any more, so the rest are on you.
I feel like they see that Mario's in such a lead that it's just like.
But if
a
you
Hail
answer
Mary.
fast, you can get ahead.
We all know Jake's dream car is a Genesis G80. I actually have no idea what it is.
Also, race control, we're still on a replay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Looks like Shay is right behind him.
Yeah, both of these drivers racing each other hard. Benjamin made the pass clean, but he hasn't been able to drive away. Shay is still right there. Like I mentioned before, it's a little bit easier to find that lap time following someone fast, and we know how fast Benjamin is. So Shay's been able to keep himself in the hunt here.
They get in that draft, and you could hang on, even if they have a faster pace. They kind of pull you around with them, which is something they do in NASCAR, don't they?
Everybody got that one right.
I don't even know what that
telling
is.
The answers was hurting them.
Maybe they just didn't believe you.
Mario answered it quickest.
I made the trivia. You should believe me. I wouldn't
8
steer you
months.
wrong.
I honestly don't know. Oh no, I messed
Good
up.
night from the East Coast. Thank you for tuning in and watching with us. It is late over there, so
Yes, it is.
we appreciate you hopping in and showing your support for Dayton and Full Throttle.
Thank you. We heard Dayton downstairs just a moment ago saying that they have, not Dayton, Dominic downstairs. Half an hour to go. Count down those minutes.
These drivers might be counting down the minutes to win their finish.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, like, I think comparatively, this track to all the other tracks that have been raced, like Watkins Glen, there are long straights where you can just sort of sit there with the wheel and just breathe and just relax a little bit, loosen up. But here, all the drivers, especially when we talk to them, it's super tense, locked in the whole time. So I think fatigue-wise, this might be one of the hardest races for these guys so far this season.
Definitely, and I will be interested to hear at the end of the race. Usually we have some that are like, oh, I could go for another 2 hours, and some that are like, I can't move my leg. So it'll be interesting to see, where.
Terry made a pretty good comeback on that last question there.
Good job, Terry. Oh, looks like Schiff has now been disqualified.
Yeah, we knew that might have been coming with that 59 incident points.
With 1 incident point left. This is a hard track for all of our drivers, it seems.
It's like no one else is super close to getting disqualified.
I think the next highest, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like maybe Zane with 35.
Christian's at 11 still, and Xavier is at 11, so one more for them, and that's a drive-through. And then anyone close to 24 doesn't look like it, and then 36 is also a drive-through point. Zane is close to 36.
He is just one away. But big kudos to Dayton right now for having the least amount of incident points out of everyone.
Definitely. I think Dayton was really working hard on this race for sure.
Yeah, and we were talking about that pit strategy of how he cycled out in front of Christian there for the last pit stop cycle. Has lost a little bit of ground there on Christian, but still 5 seconds behind the leader. It is still anyone's race. Like if Christian gets tangled up with a lap car, which we've seen, aka the EJ Luna incident, that could easily flip the script of this race and someone could take home major points. So we'll have to see if Christian keeps it straight, Dayton capitalizes on any mistakes, or if Brian Sabelski can come back. He's now 10 seconds behind the leader, 6 seconds behind Dayton.
Oh, nobody got. Did I make that question too hard? Sorry.
Oh, it's really close for the lead here in trivia.
We are definitely keeping an eye out on Dayton, who's trying to close that gap between him and Christian. We are coming down to about 25 minutes left of this race.
Yeah, 2 hours in, too. I hope none of these drivers have to go use a bathroom break.
Right? They're going to have to wait at least 25 more minutes and then longer if they're going to stay for the trivia to help their team get some more points. It looks like we do have that battle in the middle of the pack between Bechtel and Devereaux.
Otherwise, I think the next closest battle will be Andy Cody still fighting hard and Xavier Williams in front of him. Maybe he'll get there in the next 25 minutes.
Close that gap a little bit. Yeah,
It's like a car
3
off.
questions left in that trivia.
Shea just went off the track there.
Hey there, everyone. I just wanted to let you know, I just discovered that we could turn on or off the all the live chat in the broadcast right now with all the drivers. This is where they could communicate with one another from different teams. They each have their own team channels, but this will allow you to be able to actually hear all the drivers at the same time. We'll turn this on whenever we go to break at the end of this trivia so that you can listen in. I would like to apologize in advance if there's any foul language or anything like that, because we have no idea what you're saying on the other end of that. Like I said, I just discovered it, so we'll find out.
Yeah, and I mean, 2 hours in, some hot-headed moves. Like, I think we're bound to hear something.
And I think
And I
my
think my
mic
mic
was
was
muted
muted
that
that whole time.
so
So
I would
I would
like to recap that real
quick.
I just learned how to turn on and off all the chat inside the inside iRacing, so all these teams could talk to one another. So we will go to that at the end of this trivia, and I would like to apologize in advance if there's any foul language or anything that is controversial. But this is something new. It's going to be worth it to hang in there for a moment while we're on break, just to listen to these drivers chat with one another.
You have it. I'm sure that will be interesting to listen to.
It definitely will be with we have, like what we heard earlier with Christian, with, people trying to pass each other. I think it'll be definitely interesting. I'm excited to hear it for sure. I know you guys can't hear it in the stream, but we can hear it here in the clubhouse. It sounds like Dominic is flying off of that simulator. I don't know what is going on, but uh, we are streaming with him. It looks like he's doing just fine. I'm not sure what's going on there.
What's going on down there, Dom? What? Didn't sound good. It's very glitchy and yeah. Like you're talking. Yeah, car move.
This is our new reserve driver, Andy, which I quickly today got his information. He was able to send me what his dream car is. If you haven't answered already, it's not a Corvette.
He looks like a, I don't know, maybe an R8 kind of guy.
I would guess B. I'm not participating in this trivia. That would be my guess. Porsche 911, very solid dream car.
You'd be correct.
Great.
All right, I think we had a close call with a lot of this, with this trivia in particular.
Hopefully I did not influence anyone with my answer, because I had no idea.
Terry came in third place. Good job. Good comeback. I believe Terry won last stream.
Yep.
Won a free session here. Crystal has also won a free session here. And our new winner, Mario.
Nice work,
First
Mario.
time winning a free session here at DRS. So
Good job.
congratulations.
I will turn that on for you right now. It's going to block some of the race details, but we will turn on all the current leaderboards. There you go. That page is going to refresh real quick. So yeah, Mario B, I just want to let you know, please schedule a guest or VIP light session, or I believe you're a VIP member, so book a VIP session and I will comp that for you. Thank you for tuning in.
Looking at the current team standings again, with the points difference between Moto House and Mile High Moto Club, I think Moto House might jump up to second after this race if Christian's able to hold on to it.
That is true. That's going to close that gap. Now, if you stay on the stream after the race is over, we'll have one final trivia. We're going to talk to all of the drivers, and we should be able to. We were able to do it last race, so we're going to try to do it this race. Get the updated points for you before we end the stream. So let us know who your favorite teams are, who you're cheering for. We're going to get ready to take a break.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll take a break. Quick break. We'll come back and then we'll finish out this race. Got only a couple minutes left here to wrap this up, 20 minutes or so. And after the race is done, we'll do a little bit of a driver roundtable. I'm sure things will be said in that roundtable that you'll want to listen to for drama and beef going forward in the series. But it's been a pretty good race so far, and right now Christian is holding a very dominating lead. So hopefully that stays the same. We'll take a quick break, and like Andrew said, maybe get to listen to some team chatter in the race.
Yeah, let's see what we can
Definitely,
hear
we're gonna
here.
try it out.
Again, I apologize if they say anything bad. So these are all grown adults here, but they are very, very competitive adults. So
They definitely are.
yes. All right, we'll go on break now. Thanks for tuning in.
looking to finish out this race strong. A little less than 5 minutes left to go, and Christian has just been holding on to that lead, but it hasn't been easy.
No.
He is one incident point away from having to do a drive-through penalty. That could be a tap from the car, that could be going wide from the turn, that could be a missed braking zone, but so far he has kept it clean enough to hold his lead 3.5 seconds ahead of Dayton Harrison in second. We just know Dayton really wants that first win in the series. He's shown it. I mean, he's up 3 positions from the start of this race. Going to be finishing second here if all goes according to Christian's plan. But I mean, this just has to hurt a
What a
little
race
bit.
this has been, though. Let's put it out there. This has been a great race. All of our drivers are doing the best that they can, keeping those incident points as low as they can. This is clearly a hard track.
I mean, the driver fatigue is starting to show as well, I think, just with all of these guys. It looks like Shea just got around EJ for 5th. They're still battling it out. 2 hours and 22 minutes into this race, people are still jostling for position, let alone for the top 5, which is kind of crazy.
Right.
So great from EJ Luna trying to at least, or sorry, for Shea getting that spot. EJ, unfortunate, he got taken out in that wreck with Dom, but still a good race for him. He'll come back next week stronger. I'm sure the same goes for Andy Cody and Xavier Williams. All of those guys had the pace to win this race, but unfortunately had incidents throughout. So unfortunate there.
Now, as we are coming close to the end of this race, chat, let us know. Give your love and support to our top 3 racers. We do have Christian Martinez in first, Dayton Harrison currently sitting in second. Oh, Dominic, he must be serving a drive-through, I assume. Just very unfortunate this late in the race. We are coming to a close.
And it looks like, also, not to interrupt you there, but EJ just got his spot back over Shea. So they just swapped positions in 2 different laps. 2 minutes left to go in the race. So whether that's just mistakes, but
it is a very exciting end of the race. That
here
is
we can
for
see Christian just clocking down the laps here. And you can see Dayton just like in the edge of the frame here, trying to hunt him down. He sees the win. It's right there. But Christian just keeping it straight.
Dayton is closing that gap. He's closing it as fast as he can. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that he's going to make it before this race is over.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. He is closing that gap, but I mean, we've got 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
We might be seeing the white flag here pretty soon for Christian. And once he takes that white flag, we'll hop on board with the driver comms, just hear about it, and then we'll drag everyone in the chat to hear about all of the chaos that happened in this race. But
definitely,
comparatively, race 7 out of the entire series, how do you think this ranks against the other races so far?
You know, I think it's going to be one of my top 4. I don't know why I'm going with top 4 today, but it's definitely right up there.
This might be Christian's win. Yep, right now.
All right,
let's go on board with him.
Let's go ahead, hop on board with Christian. That is a checkered flag.
I was fuel. Dude, I was fuel saving like that whole stint, and then I was 1x away from having to do a drive-through.
You were so close to that drive-through.
Yeah, I was.
How do you feel,
Christian,
for
winning that race?
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
I take the checker. I'm so confused right now. Can anyone confirm?
What's the question?
I don't know if I took the checker or not. I can't tell.
Can they
not hear us?
I assume so.
We can hear you, Andrew.
You can
hear us?
Yeah.
Can you
hear commentary?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool.
John is muted.
Sorry, can you hear the commentary? We're speaking from the DRS account?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Christian, how do you feel about that race win?
It was good. I was at the very end. I was literally just fuel saving for the whole stint, but I couldn't go too slow because Dane was right behind me. But I also had 11x literally for the last hour and a half, so I was one off track away from having to do a drive-through. So it was actually pretty stressful to try to manage all that with Dane on my ass the whole time, like 3 seconds away.
Yeah, he closed that gap as quickly, I think, as he could.
Yeah.
I was trying.
Dayton, did it ever cross your mind when you were getting passed by Christian after that pit strategy to just give him a little nudge for incident points, or were you just racing him clean the whole time?
My plan was actually to let him by and then see if I could catch a draft off him, but I could not get my tires to temperature in time.
He probably also didn't want to do that strat because he heard me yell at his teammate.
Yeah, I only got 6 incident points this race, so.
Which I knew I was going to lose my place. I had to get a little bit ahead. Not by breaking rules. Blue flags are informational. He just ran his normal race.
It was bad, dude. That one was pretty bad, but it's all good. It's all good. Woo!
All right.
I can't complain. I didn't make any mistakes on that one, so you beat me fair and square.
Dayton, that was so close for you.
I'll get one eventually.
That was a lot of fun.
It's a good race.
All
We
right.
done
Well,
or-
is there anything any driver wants to say to the chat? We do have Terry in the chat saying, "Good job, Benjamin, getting back up to 4th." But
Benjamin,
does
you have to do
anybody
a
want?
drive early on?
What was that?
Did you have to do a drive-through early on?
Yes.
God, I wondered where you went.
Yeah, one, I think I went into Ruben. I think I cut a little bit too hard trying to pass. I got to go back and look at it.
I think it was Taminga because I watched it happen.
Oh, that was the second one. I rewatched it. I was gonna go outside, but then he started to lose it, and then like shoved to the right, and then hit me. I was coming up significantly faster, and he lost it, and that was my
All
drive.
right, we have those points on the board now. Results on the board.
Yeah, so
What is
final
the-
results, we have Christian in 1st, Dayton 2nd, Brian 3rd, Benjamin 4th, EJ 5th, Shay 6th, Andrew Cody in 7th, Xavier 8th, Dan Taminga 9th, Dom 10th, Zane 11th, Jacob and Ruben DNF. They both got disqualified.
Is netcode universal? So like if I see it on my replay, is that pretty much what happened?
Should be, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
All
I
right, if
think you can
everyone
see it
wants to
from
get
both
into
sides.
the chat there, or not the chat, but the trivia, get some extra bonus points for your team.
I put it in Discord, in the general chat. I put it in Instagram, I think, and it's in Twitch and it's in YouTube.
Oh, it's these crowd live.
It's the crowd live. Yep, it's the last one.
In the general chat of the Denver Racing Social?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the crowd live
A
there.
bunch of crowd. Yeah.
Ask
Open it.
Texas.
Was just reading that.
It's also on the live stream right now. ASKTX. Starting in 40 seconds.
And I can't. Wait up, I can't.
Then
It's
all
not
you-
opening up for me.
You're disqualified since you got first place.
Wait.
Nice.
The link isn't working for me. Yeah, the link isn't working for me. Can you just put one other link with just that? Just that one? Because it's like 5 different things in Discord and I can't click on it.
Okay, one second.
I'm on my phone. Maybe that's it. Why?
Maybe in a winner.
There it is.
That work?
Yeah, got it.
Yep.
And what's the password again? Oh, continue playing.
Didn't have a password.
Oh, good. I'm good. Here you go. I'm in.
It's not a book club.
It's you.
It's a science competition.
Time sheets of books.
God, my ass and my back are soaked. Soaked.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
You
Andrew,
guys sound like a
you're-
bunch of old men.
Andrew, appreciate you pushing me at the end there. That was a good chase.
Yeah, I was catching the first 2 there, but it was kind of like not enough. I needed to yell the fight.
Couple good fights in there.
Yeah, especially in this track, it's so hard.
Yeah, that was a very lonely race for me. I wasn't fighting anybody the entire time.
Dude, that was such a boring race. Did anybody have any battles? I mean,
Yeah,
I feel
bro.
like
I did.
Shout out to EJ.
There
That
were
was a
so
good
many
race
battles
in the
throughout that
beginning.
race.
Really?
We had some good battles.
Yeah,
Xavier, that was fun at the
that was
end.
good. Yeah, Andrew, you were pushing me.
That was.
I had an 11x. So that
John was
turned
really in tune with the battles there.
Got it. I was having a
Yep.
hot lap race.
Oh.
so slow.
It was a good race, Benjamin.
Shay, yeah, paid me back for last race.
We're even Stevens. Good now.
How about commentary? Whoa. I can't even talk. What were your favorite parts of the race?
I mean, it was just crazy to see how the beginning of the race was so clean, like probably one of the cleanest starts to any of these races we've had so far this season. And then just the overall pace, like at the beginning of the race, it felt like anyone could have won that just based on pure pace, but it just came down to who could keep it clean and who had the least amount of incidents. So honestly, one of my favorite parts was just the battles. I saw Brian Spelsky spin out early, and then just watching him climb back up the ladder to finish on the podium was probably my favorite part. What about you, Marissa?
I think, yeah, definitely just the small battles, the small packs of cars, and just I think my adrenaline was going because it was who knows if anyone had just an extra incident point for going off track. Everything was just so close.
It's a fun track. I would love to like drive on this track. It's not really the funnest racing, I guess.
It's kind of fun in like MX5s because it's basically a draft track for the entire race, but it's also kind of annoying because it's a draft track.
Yeah.
So like the second you fall back and you lose the draft, you're done. Especially if everyone else ahead of you is just working together.
That overcrest in 2 has got to be ridiculous in real life.
Mm-hmm. Seriously.
Yeah, that overcrest
it actually paved the they paved the outside of the corner now. This one, the iRacing version hasn't been updated, but the outside of 2 is now all paved.
I'm sorry, is this DRS as in what we're in right now, or
Feels like a trick question.
It's Formula One, bro. It's a Formula One quiz.
It's a Formula One quiz.
It's an F1 quiz.
I fell for
Oh
that.
man, that's a tricky one there.
Dogs are
I know.
silly.
Oh, Dan, I liked the play we were trying.
Oh, it almost
Rough
worked too.
spot. It was
Thanks
a
to everyone
great
who
spot.
picked C. Thank you.
Hey,
They were
It was-
both
it was
right.
just
I let them
really weird
both
spot to
be
get it done.
right.
I love that both of
Thank
those
you,
are
Marissa.
right. That's awesome. That is great.
I was hoping we would do it before the S's, and that way we could kind of close them out at the end.
There's a turn called Moss turn or something like that.
Yeah,
we
Moss
saw a lot of
hairpin.
It's the
early.
hairpin. It's the hairpin.
bro.
Yeah.
We saw a
I
lot
kept
of
hearing that
early
the whole
trouble.
race.
Oh,
So have we decided whether next year we're gonna do GT3s or GT4s or what?
Nope,
I
not
proposed
yet.
it-
Not yet.
I proposed it to the other principals, but the only one that responded was Benjamin and nobody else.
Here's some data from the race. Laps led: Christian Martinez 91, second place. Benjamin Bechtel with 22 laps led, and then Dayton Harrison with 13 laps led. Good job, guys.
Zane, could you repeat what you proposed?
I said that there would be an option for GT3s, basically one car, and you could
Oh,
choose.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which had some design problems.
Yeah, it
Any
wasn't
guesses?
a perfect proposal, but I was hoping for more input instead of just nothing.
My thought on
Yeah,
it
we
Should have
need
made
some more chat.
it a trick question and asked how many teams are racing in the 2026 season.
I know. I would have thrown everybody off.
Yep.
But I figured this is a long race. You guys would be tired. I was trying to be nice because you guys were mad
Especially
at
some
me
old
after
people.
the end of last race.
Who do you guys think got the fastest lap this race?
EJ.
Christian.
Yeah, EJ
Christian,
got a
EJ
flyer
had
at
it.
the
It
end.
had to have been EJ.
Oh.
He did like a
Nice.
106 at some point. Like a high, mid 106.
We have
out of nowhere,
one,
scared the crap out of
2,
me.
3, 4. We have 4 drivers with a 106.
I was in the 106s at some point. I know Christian was, and
Mhm.
Benjamin was as well.
You had the fastest lap early, Brian.
Yep. I know, and I saw it go away, and I was like, sad.
Yeah.
Here's
Race,
some really
race
nerd.
is, if you change that to raced at Motorsport, they did.
When?
Yes, they did.
70s.
Really? That's
That was in
60s
the
and
earlier
70s.
trivia.
That's pretty
Yep.
cool.
So here's something really cool for you guys to learn. Fastest lap of the race was, who was this? I think it was EJ Luna. It was EJ with a 106.713.
Ooh, nice. Good
That's
job.
a flyer, EJ. Damn.
But out of
Good.
120 laps, the average lap time between first and second, so between Christian and Dayton, you guys were only 100th of a second
Damn.
off from each other on your average lap time throughout this race. And commentary could see it on their screen now.
Nice.
Literally 109.107 for Christian and 109.117 for Dayton. And then only 400ths behind him was Brian with a 109.517.
Oh, that was good shit.
So that's amazing.
We were streaming you live when that happened, Dayton.
Not to,
Oh, everyone saw it.
if I didn't have a 1X, if I was a 1X away from a drive-through, I'd be hitting some heaters there, bud. Oh, fuck. Forgot to answer.
Come on, bro. We need this.
Ah.
Oh, nice. It's a short one. I like it.
That's what you
Yeah.
guys asked for. I tried to accommodate.
Thank you. Oh, did I sneak my way through at the end again? Barely, yes.
Wow.
I just know things.
Every time.
I just know things.
Oh.
What team took that one?
Let's see. Okay, Motorsports got 100 extra points.
Yeah.
Commentary. Who do your points go
Go
to?
reserve
Why
team.
isn't it showing
I don't
our
know.
team?
Good. Yeah, good question. There should be a
Ranking.
team thing. Yeah.
There we go. So you guys could see it there on the live stream now. So okay, Motorsports, Full Throttle Racing, and then Motohaus.
So that goes 100, 75, and 50.
Look, like my family and Karina and everyone will tell you, I'm just a well of like factoids and useless information, or seemingly useless information.
Yeah, Brian, you do really good on the trivia basically every time, I've noticed. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
Like I just have I read a lot of things, and you know a lot of I'm a history buff, and I like to look up things, and I fall down Wikipedia holes all the time, which is very fun.
If you guys give me just a moment, we're gonna have our leaderboard updated with current points.
And for the beginning trivia that was open for the whole race, if you're still watching the stream, Brit, you win a free sim session here at DRS Centennial.
Hooray!
So Brit, if you're watching, congratulations. Drivers, if you know Brit who did the trivia and is not watching, let them know. They won. They need to book a session so Andrew can pay for it.
Thanks.
Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that track is interesting. I like the points where you do race someone because then the pace is generally so close that it actually turns into decently good racing.
Yeah,
Once it happens.
It's definitely it's a very much a momentum track. So you just want to kind of keep your average speed up without really scrubbing tires too much to go fast around here.
The next race is Road America on August 5th.
Nice.
Ooh, Road America's goaded.
Yes.
Petition for next season's schedule to have more doubleheader weeks.
More doubleheader weeks?
Yeah.
Next season's probably going to be a bi-weekly schedule.
Bi-weekly?
Yeah,
That's
something
sick.
more consistent would be
Bi-monthly.
nice. Bi-monthly.
So twice a month, not once every 2 months.
Okay, if it's going to be twice a month, we got to have at least one drop week. We got to have at least one drop week. Maybe two.
Nah, reward consistency.
Oh
yeah. Some of us have work, lives. Kind of.
Christian, are you eating our pizza?
You bet your ass I am.
Christian, we should get the camera on Christian right now
hi.
as
Nice.
he's just eating all the pizza before anyone else.
Oh hi, you're down there. Hi.
It's my team member. I've never seen him in life.
That's nice and warm, guys. I'm gonna bring him up.
Oh, come here,
Ah.
sweetie. Come here.
How did the race go?
Come here. Oh. Oh.
So if anybody's still watching the stream and would like to support your commentary and buy us dinner, we are here talking with you guys for about 10 hours. 5 hours. Feels like 10 hours. But we're here
Yeah.
for about 5 hours on stream with you
Yes,
guys. So
definitely.
if anybody would like to buy us dinner, we will not say no. But
Definitely,
we appreciate your
yeah.
support and coming and having fun with us.
Yeah. It was fun to commentate, guys. Good racing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe our points system should be up here in just a second. Here we go.
Oh dang, I'm in second now, huh? Sweet.
That's for this race.
So that's the current
Is
driver
it?
standings.
Not according to those standings.
Ah.
There's an overlay.
It's off.
There
Give
is
it a
no
second, there's a delay.
There is no drop week.
Ah.
Gonna be a drop week. There's no drop week. I didn't get to see you finish. All right.
I have finally escaped EJ Luna.
Finally. You got take us out.
GG's.
I just drove my line. I was
The team points catching full throttles doesn't look possible.
I wasn't even slowing down. You want to take us out? I just pan over to this. But, yeah, just do a little
All right.
I was told by my
Well,
boss.
thank you everyone for watching. My name is John. This is Marissa, you commentators, and it was an absolutely fantastic race.
Yep.
So
Thank you
you
for
all
your
the
support.
racers,
Thank you for chatting.
and we'll see you at Road America beginning
August
of
8th.
August.
We'll be here. Hopefully you'll join us.
Yep.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, please tune in.
And we're gonna let you guys see what we see up here. So
Yeah. So we're just gonna go off air, but all right. All right. See you guys.
no, driving your line's not
chat.
impeding.
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone. We're shouting out our commentary.
Good night. Yep.
Good racing.
Right, guys.
Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Hello?